Welcome, everybody, to Session 8 of Star Road Now. Last time on Star Road, a clown fucking died. What will happen today on Star Road Now?
Yeah, good riddance to that guy.
Poor clown.
He was righteously fucked.
He was.
Yeah.
But he didn't know from the very start.
After nearly perishing at the hands of two psychopathic carnies, the party was able to recover the missing piece they needed to save the last of the children pictured in Mr. Electros' briefcase. The last, that is, excepting Rachel Crawd. The child, Kelly, with her minimal strength, was able to scrawl onto Sebastian's eyeglass a map. A map that ended in a star. Later that night, the group received a call from Dawn that Star Road's location had been triangulated, and that the Speedwagon Foundation was setting up a forward base already to begin investigations. Early in the morning, far before sunrise of the next day, the group drives to the Morpheus district, into the maze-like streets of what once was Electros' coal mines and shipping factories. Now just a husk of what once was, a ghost town of the industrial era, as it were, the Morpheus district was the perfect place to hide an underground facility. It would be like finding a needle in the metaphorical haystack of Electros. Despite all odds, using Kelly's map and Speedwagon's know-how, they were able to find it. So now, on this fateful day, the party drives into an empty lot illuminated only by the lights of Electros. A lot where they will surely find Star Road. With any hope, this is the last step on Jonah Joestar's long journey of finding out who killed his mother and why. You pull into the lot, and it's decrepit. Speedwagon said to follow the pathway further in and meet up with his forward base there.
Alright, everyone.
Is there actually a star shape?
Yes!
Mercury looks down and says, "Oh, there's a star on the road.
Well.
That's on the nose."
That's what just any of the satellite images.
Maybe if we just found this would have been a whole lot simpler.
The star on the road seems to be jagged, as if upsets in the asphalt itself, almost as if it was made with a jackhammer.
Oh, so it was purpose-built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is...
It's a wee bit foreboding.
I'm gonna lean down a bit. Does it look recent?
Give me a brains roll. Oh, unfortunately, Mercury, asphalt ain't your strong suit.
Yeah, I have no idea how asphalt works. Begolji, do you know?
I was
That's
born
a
before they
size,
invented it.
everyone.
Help me, Begolji.
At any rate, this should be our final destination, so everyone be on your toes. We have no idea what the enemy has in store for us.
Tally, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
On the way here, could Renegade have picked up some dream?
Some dream? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's reasonable.
Okay. That's all I wanted.
How many tablets?
3?
Very reasonable. Yeah, this is old, Begolji. This has been here for 20 years, maybe?
Right? This has been here for quite a long time.
Interesting.
Grace is gonna come over to this truck. Pull out Rhapsody, and Rhapsody's gonna start eating the truck.
I knew that was gonna happen, my word. Well, I mean, as far as weapons go, an entire car.
Oh my god.
An entire car as a weapon.
Rhapsody in blue takes the form of a car,
Oh no.
and then she snaps her fingers and he vanishes. Just in case.
Alright, everyone. As Jonah draws his cane sword, are you ready for this?
Nope.
Nope.
Especially not me. I'm feeling particularly, unlucky today.
Just like usual, stay behind me.
pats Begolji on the back. It's gonna be fine, buddy.
Well, I appreciate the reassurance, Sebastian.
You all continue into the industrial courts and quarries, and as you come further down the road labeled with the star, well, you can't help but overhear the din of construction. Or at least, millings about of bodies? People talking, bright lights coming over the eaves.
Oh boy.
Ah, that wasn't too far.
This must be the 4 operations that Speedwagon Foundation is going to set up.
You see a collective of Speedwagon Foundation individuals, one leaning up against the lights, and 2 more at a check-in desk.
Hello.
He looks up, looks down at the papers. Let me guess. You're Begolji Riverdance. He points at Jonah.
No, that would be this one to my left. I'm Jonah Joestar.
Drat. Knew I was fucking wrong about the suit, Bob.
Yes. Anyway.
The man slides a paper across.
General safety precautions papers, if you could fill that out, just in case one of you gets hurt on the job. We don't want a lawsuit.
Jonah, being a shrewd businessman, reads over it very carefully.
Yeah, I won't make you roll. There's no loopholes.
There's a sign is made.
Okay. He takes the paper back, nods to all of you, and this man in the front just kind of steps aside and allows you through.
Not sure if it's important to notice, but he underlined his name with a rose.
That's fantastic. It's not, but I like
Of course.
Beautiful.
That's a good bit of flavor.
As you come into the lot, you see Edwin over by a large surveillance van. Seems to be computers and arrays and like sort of a holographic map of the building you're about to be going into, brought up on his displays. Another guy over here seems to have a metal detector of some sort and is aiming it at this large open door with a star on the front mat.
Well, that isn't weird at all.
Hello, Edwin.
Well, there's our man.
He spins
Been
around.
busy?
Oh, greetings, my boy. You see you've brought your party over.
He
That's
slaps his
right.
hands together.
Are you ready to get down and dirty?
We're one step closer to solving this mystery.
Quite
Aye.
literally.
Good work getting this set up.
Yeah, on such a short notice, mobilizing the entire Speedwagon Foundation was not a simple task, but I managed.
Very well.
He angles a finger at the holographic map layout.
From what we've been able to tell, this facility has been out of use for quite a while. If I were to hazard a guess, whenever you enter there, all the questions and things that have been on your mind over the past few months are going to start formulating into reality.
That is to be expected.
Well, we can only hope.
Yes.
As you continue into the forward base of operations, we will have your back along the way, and should anything suspicious arise, please just simply phone myself or Mercedes. She's over in the surveillance tent behind me.
He angles backwards to this building in the bottom left.
We'll be keeping an eye on you and your vitals the whole way through, just so that nothing goes awry. Should somebody's heart stop for some peculiar reason, as it were.
Hopefully that won't be necessary, but it's good to know that there are safety measures in place.
We've dealt with cardiac arrest moments in the past. I trust everybody's prepared for the worst.
Although we haven't had to deal with multiple at once.
Yeah.
I will make you aware that we do have an on-site medic should any of you take any critical injuries down there. I do hope that everything starts to become clear to you.
In fact, Begolji, idea.
What's your idea, Jonah?
If it is we're not alone we're dealing with here, would you think it would make sense for each of us to carry around an instance of Crocodile Rock so they could shock our hearts should cardiac arrest set in?
Oh yes, that would be quite the helpful precaution to have, but The only issue I can see is what if I were to fall unconscious before everybody else?
Yes.
Edwin pulls out a pen and seems to nervously start clicking it in and out.
You're right, Edwin.
No,
Are you
just this
alright?
operation is giving me nerves. I'll be fine. You're the ones going in there, after all.
Edwin, you know me. You've been a father to me for as long as I can remember. Trust me when I say that we've got this covered. We will take care of the situation.
He steps over to Jonah and he'll just give him a quick fatherly hug and pat him on the back and
Generous
smiles.
I know you'll do great.
I'm one step closer to the bastard who killed my...
Yes, he folds his hands. Just make sure that you adequately survey all of the information down there.
Of course.
Ready? We'll be on standby. Good luck, you.
Yep. Alright then.
6.
Let us be...
So 6. He tries to count for a moment. 6 of you.
Mercury looks around and says, "Oh, I could have sworn there were 7." Kind of chuckles.
Well, everyone, unless you have any other further preparations to make, into the belly of the beast.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Cinematic walking.
I kind of want to see reaction right now.
You may. Before you enter into the facility, Jonah, you hear footsteps run up behind you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, no.
She runs over.
Mercury
like,
steps
"Excuse
out
me,
of the
pardon
way.
me, Pardon me.
Renegade also moves.
Grace moves. Jonah! She jumps up, slaps him on the back.
Hey, Mercedes. What's
Hi.
up?
She just looks over and puffs out a little bit of hot air. Dad neglected to tell me that you were here. She pulls out of her pocket, smiles, and hands you a little bit of a communicator device. So we can keep in contact.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
Good luck down there.
Thank you. And it's good to know that someone I trust is watching our back.
She smiles.
Alright. Well, yes.
Stands on
Let's
her
get to
tiptoes
work.
just like, and waves. Toodles.
Mercury gives a small wave.
Jonah gives a small wave as well.
As soon as she's like a distance away, Renegade just like physically like shivers.
Too peppy for you, Renegade?
Yeah.
Grace holds up a finger. I second that.
She's
I'm jealous of that hat.
a good hat.
That's a good hat.
But God, is she
It is a nice hat.
excited constantly? I'm not even that excited all the time.
Mercury kind of does the screen with the finger and thumb at Mercedes and says, "Although I feel like diamonds would be better than squares."
Kind of makes me think of my old outfit.
But,
Oh, that old thing?
Renegade, I can assure you from the time I spent with her, she is always a bubbly pot of energy.
Where does she get it? Did she drink 12 Red Bulls?
In a word, yes.
Don't you mean blue cows?
Fair enough.
Yes,
300-minute energy.
she drinks at least 3 blue cows a day, and that's on the off day.
Ah!
A triple bullet cappuccino?
Oh,
In
my
fact, anything
God.
caffeinated, she goes absolutely nuts for. I think she's
Who
addicted
the
to
fuck
caffeine.
decided to give her caffeine? Are you kidding me?
I
Anyway.
have
Okay,
no
into the
idea.
elevator.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
sort of
no.
popped a caffeine
Yeah, elevator.
tablet.
Oh, good lord. The door of the front of the facility. In front of you, metal and steel with the words Star Road R&D. This is, in fact, Star Road.
Well, let's get in now.
Yep, I tried the door.
Slides open to either side.
Doesn't look very road-ish.
Yeah, also, why is it so obvious?
Yeah.
You'd think someone would have found it if it was so fucking blatant.
This city's big.
Yeah. In for a nickel, in for a penny.
And how often do you think that the star motif is used in other industries as well?
I mean, said it once before, they're infringing on your copyright, Jonah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I wonder, as much as I'd hate to admit it, I wonder if this company this place is somehow associated with my family.
And don't be ridiculous.
As the elevator clatters down to the one and only floor of Star Road, you can't help but feel just a little bit on edge. Communicator in Jonah's hand, the party descends into Star Road.
Here, Begolji, you take this. It's like electronics are more your thing. It's the communicator from Mercedes. Should the worst befall us.
I'm going to take a look at it. What kind of communicator is it? Is it standard, like a standard issue?
Yeah, it's really
Run-of-the-mill.
it's nothing special, that's for certain.
Okay. Well, Jonah, I thought that she gave you this specifically so that you would hold on to it.
Probably more so she could stalk me. To be perfectly honest.
Wow.
Wow,
Jonah,
isn't she your sister?
Jonah not liking attention?
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's certainly unique for you.
Whoa.
Puts a finger on her chin.
Jonah offloading his responsibilities onto me?
Okay, well.
Whoa!
Okay, that one's not a stretch.
Well, gee, thanks. It was good to know you all think so much of me.
You're
Oh,
great,
cute,
Jonah.
Jonah.
It's
We
fine.
clearly do. We're just making fun of you.
Yes,
Just
quite.
gives him a small elbow to like the gut, just like, we do it because we like you.
This is a big day. Besides, you aren't afraid, are you?
Afraid? No. Anxious? Yes. Excited? Just a little bit. Angry? Always. That's...
Wow, who'd have thought that Jonah has anger issues?
Just as long as you don't let your own anger get ahead of you, everything will go perfectly fine, as it has been in the past.
Yes. Well, as I extend the tubing for the air gun, I place a rose in it, lock it up, just in case.
Yeah, can you explain that to the viewers and not just like be very like obscure about it? What the
Yeah.
fuck do you actually have?
Yes, in Jonah's new robotic arm, he has a special device that will extend a bit of tubing, which he can insert a rose and fire it from the tubing as you would from a blow dart, like a blowgun.
Now, what you see in front of you is a mechanical sliding door yet again, one that seems to have keypad access, but the keypad has been overwritten and access has been granted.
Alright, this seems a little too easy.
Keep on your toes, everybody.
Jonah's gonna try the door and expect some kind of trap.
No trap, the door slides open.
Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Probably.
What was this place even being used for?
Uh,
You know.
Probably nothing good.
Two ways to go. Do we wish to split up?
No.
Oh yes, we should obviously split up.
Yeah, that never goes horribly wrong for anyone. No, we stick together. Come on.
hey, Tally.
Mm-hmm.
This tile and all that stuff, the ambience, does it feel similar to the memory from June?
I mean, that's your own conjecture. I don't see why it would feel similar. You may make that up on your own. I'm not going to tell you. It feels how it feels to you. What do you think?
50-50, I'm not sure.
Alright, should we go forward, the obvious way to go, or should we head to the right?
I want to see what's on this computer.
Let's
Yes.
Fair enough.
just be careful.
I'm gonna look over at the seat here. Like, how covered in dust in it? Does it look like it's been used recently?
Give me but a moment. No, it's very covered in dust. It has not been used in quite a bit.
Alright.
Okay, do you want to make a brains roll? I'll give you a better figure.
Oh, yeah, sure. Nope.
Jonah.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Them 3 brains!
It's definitely been more than a year.
Well, that's decent. That's a decent idea.
Okay. So this is kind of like a reception area?
Mm-hmm. Looks like it.
How about we go and check to see who's been here before us?
That seems like a
Well,
wise decision.
that's an unfortunate thing, because as you come up to this computer, all that it is the monitor. The cables have been ripped out of the back.
Oh? Can
Yeah.
I hang on? I'm gonna form a chain of crocodile rocks from the computer to the monitor.
No, I'm sorry, you don't follow. There is no computer. It's
There
just
is
the
no
monitor.
computer?
The
What
cables in
about
the
these
backs have been
papers?
torn. There are papers there, however. Would you like to take
Okay.
a closer look?
Yes, of course.
Alright. Begolji, you find this.
Oh.
Urgent email. Star Road staff. The facility of Star Road is henceforth to be shut down while the damage is assessed. Please evacuate all remaining children. Leave the nightmares. They'll survive through anything she does to them. Signed, Star Road Research Facility, Electros Speedwagon, CEO.
Well then, that's Electros Speedwagon, you say?
You know him.
I have a vague idea, although I do not like the implications.
It's not likely that somebody completely unrelated to your foster father would have been working here, what, 20 years ago?
Mercury glances around to this little group.
Oh yeah, there would be a date on that email.
Yeah.
It's roughly 12 years ago.
And yet, if you knew about this, which is a big if, didn't bother to tell you.
Yes, that is quite curious.
Carry on.
Besides, I'm sure the answers will present themselves further in.
They say this place was closed down. Does it say why?
Whatever she does to them? I have an idea.
Something tells me we aren't exactly finding a lost child.
Do you want to check out the other direction first?
Yes, I was about to say, I'm very curious as what's just around the bend over there.
How big is this place anyway? We looked at the holographic map.
Yeah, from what you can tell, it's a large series of corridors and rooms. It's pretty hefty, so you can imagine that either way leads into a very different segment of the building.
Like, I'm
If you want to
thinking
go
about, like,
deeper into the
range.
building, going onto the
Range.
bottom path would be the correct choice. If you
Okay.
want to explore fully, going forward past the reception desk would be your choice.
range-wise, is it larger than 250 feet?
Yes, very much larger.
The holographic map, was there only one entrance?
Only one entrance.
Only one
And there was a
entrance.
large portion of the map that was static and cut off, around the area that Sebastian's eyeglass was marked with a star.
I think we know where we ought to go, everybody. Further in.
And one entrance also means only one exit.
That's right.
Ew.
Well, not necessarily. And there's only as many exits as we make.
Hmm.
Begolji.
We are underground,
Yeah, Sebastian.
correct?
Yes, we're underground.
Sebastian will lean into Begolji and be like, can you lock that door behind us?
Begolji is holding the communicator as far away from himself as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it only depends on if I'm able to stay in range the whole time.
Damn. Let's just hope that nothing happens.
Keep in mind that... Hang on, Sebastian, keep in mind that my range is nearly doubled if I keep my alpha crocodile rock with you at all times, and I wait somewhere in between. Think about it.
We'll be fine then, I guess. Don't do it then. I was just having a bit of a worry.
Oh, I completely understand that you're worried, Sebastian. Let us all carry on, and Begolji's going to, as he's saying that, bring the communicator back towards him. Begolji's not going to carry on.
Oh.
Hmm. Can you roll a brains roll for me, please?
Yes.
As far as you're concerned, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to pull out Crocodile Rock. Just one of them should be enough, because Crocodile Rock is going to go into the elevator
Mm-hmm.
and is going to wait in the control panel.
Okay. Now the control panel of the elevator, I'm gonna move you over to where that is, roughly. We're gonna move Crocodile Rock right here.
Mhm.
And I want you to keep ties on your range and make sure you don't go out of range with that crocodile.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Currently you're at 55 feet.
By the way, just as a reminder for myself, what is the range of Crocodile Rock again?
250 feet.
250.
250. Okay.
It's very long, but some things are longer.
Yeah.
Anyway, what that Crocodile Rock is going to do is just going to wait in the control panel, and if the elevator gets activated, it's going to cause a power surge and have the elevator fail and stop moving.
I see. Okay. What you see in front of you is a split pathway. This door here thrums with a blue radiating light. And there seems to be a key slot to the side. The door on your other side seems to be that whatever key code combination was required has been bypassed. Yet again.
Feels like we're being led somewhere.
It very much does.
As we're walking, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to... What's the wall made of?
Concrete.
Is it a concrete wall? Okay.
Yes.
How about the
Heavy.
floor?
The floor is a combination of linoleum, and your Crocodile Rock can tell beneath it is some real heavy metal of some sort.
Okay. I'm going to kind of crouch down to the floor and try to send a Crocodile Rock through it to the metal.
Okay, you can definitely go in between the cracks and get to the metal, yes. As
Okay.
Crocodile Rock reaches it, you realize these are pipes.
Pipes. Huh. Pipes. Okay.
Can you roll a brains check, please, for me?
Yes.
These aren't your normal pipes. There's something strange about their positioning. There's... Okay, you know the general facilities and the layout of a building from your time as part of the Turtleneck Gang. This sort of information was a little bit well spread when making, you know, attacks and assaults with your stand, which could utilize pipes very nicely. So you're rather familiar with pipes and their layout. Of course, because this is JoJo, so of course you know this.
Yeah.
There's one too many main lines. You've got sewage, you've got water, you've got the green water, and you've got the black water, and you've got the clear water. Then there's another one. And
Okay.
this one doesn't make sense to you. Because it shouldn't be there.
I am sending Alpha in there.
You're sending Alpha. Oh boy. Okay.
Okay. And Begolji's just not going to say a word, just going to put on his headphones, and going to send Alpha down the length of the pipe.
So what Alpha's gonna realize is as soon as Alpha gets to this door, there's a wall of concrete.
So the pipe doesn't go through.
It's really dumb. It does go through, but this portion of the pipe is made of concrete. Crocodile Rock can't travel through it.
Can Alpha fit in the pipe?
No, it's a rather small pipe. It seems almost as if it was specifically designed to counteract electric type stands.
Wait a second. Okay, guys, this is an out of character idea that I'm just gonna posit. When June, I think it was June, hit the wall, there was supposed to be a door there.
Mm-hmm.
It's June.
What if the door just turned into concrete?
You know, that's... Huh.
Do the other pipes follow suit? Do they also go into concrete?
Yes. This door is designed specifically to counteract your stand. You're not getting past it.
Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was really going to do. Richard had a really good idea how I could spend a learning point to make this a lot smoother.
Ooh.
Oh?
I'm going to keep an instance of Crocodile Rock at this intersection of the hallway and use a learning point to establish a connection to the Crocodile Rock in the elevator, extending its range.
That's kind of a thing that I thought you should do. That's so damn good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had that idea too.
Richard,
Hell
thank you
yeah.
for that idea, because that's amazing.
Waypoint of Crocodile Rock. You're setting up an electric web. I fucking love you. That's
Oh
so
my
good.
God. It's so cool.
Alright, put it
Brings
on
that
the
down
map.
to C.
Put it on the map
Yes.
so that I can see where your waypoints are. Yeah, you're setting up a web of hearing. That's so cool.
Pretty much.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So badass.
I'm actually going to bring it down here to this intersection, right in the start.
I thought you were putting your alpha here. Am I wrong?
No, I brought back Alpha because the pipes didn't go anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was going to use Alpha to scout ahead to see if there's any strange rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that random idea, just like, wait, he has learning still. What if he
Yeah.
did this?
I do have learning still.
So this one is locked, and this one is not.
We'll have to come back to the locked door. There's no getting through there. Remember, this entire building was seemingly built to counteract stands of all different types.
Yeah, they probably have, I don't know, magnets.
Beware of magnets, concrete.
Sorry, no, hold on. Magnets counteract your stand? What?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do.
They could.
So do they?
No.
They
Why
counteract
the
gravity, so technically they could.
I mean,
Theory.
strong enough.
Sorry,
gra-
no, Begolji, gravity does not just simply cease to function around magnets.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have countermeasures of some sort. Magnets is just the only thing that I thought of. Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
try
yeah.
the door?
The door opens as you press your hand on the keypad. A hallway opens up in front of you.
Is the...
Hmm.
You know, I don't really know how I feel about all these stars on the ground.
Well,
It'd be a pleasant look if the rest of the building wasn't so drab.
It feels like we're on a star road.
I was
No.
gonna say that.
I was gonna say that as well.
You gotta move faster on the joke.
Fuck your
It's more like
puns.
a star pathway of breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
I
could
swear,
almost-
I swear, if we come back here and there are more stars.
Jonah, this door up here. It has a label.
Yep, I
The
read
door is very fancifully designed. Looks like it was hand painted. It's made of wood, and there are stars and skies painted on it, as well as some fluffy creatures, and the word emblazoned in the center: playroom.
That doesn't seem creepy at all.
You took the words right out of my goddamn mouth.
Do you think we should check?
We should always get our bearings before we go any further.
Analyze the surroundings.
Yep.
Plus, knowing how big the room is gonna help us with the hallways and stuff.
Alright, this room's creepy as all hell.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I have an idea. This kind of seems like a Begolji thing though, so Mercury's gonna call Begolji in.
Begolji appears.
Begolji. Mercury points to that TV and says, "Any idea how old that thing is?"
Escalation.
Oh,
Ooh.
Alright, Begolji. This television, while not the most modern, it's certainly serviceable. I have to guess 30 years ago.
Oh, I'd hazard a guess as this is a pretty standard television for the time that this place was still in service.
Interesting.
It doesn't seem... Is there any power going into it?
Just like before with the computer, all the power strips have been ripped out of the wall.
Smart. I was just about to suggest we try to use this to access the cameras around the rock. But it seems that's already been considered. In fact, Begolji, I'd say that any electronics that might have been plugged into the wall are probably...
I haven't
Actually-
checked this specifically, have I? How recent were the cuts in the cables made?
You can hazard a guess around the same time that the facility was abandoned.
What's this thing? It looks broken apart.
It's an old rotting toy chest.
Ew. Mercury holds his umbrella and attempts to kind of like open it with the tip.
Instead of opening, it collapses in a little poof of dust.
Mercury kind of walks away and says, I didn't do it.
Collectively, that noise and that loud sound causes the entire party to jump.
Mercury looks around and says, kind of puts the umbrella behind his back. I didn't do it.
I literally watched you do it.
You have
What was it, Mercury? A ghost?
Mercury, we're here to
Yes,
investigate,
obviously.
not smash the place to pieces. Please do
Yeah,
be careful.
I just poked it, I'm sorry.
Begolji's gonna walk over here and look at the toy blocks. Do they spell anything?
Very
I
fair.
swear to God.
Baby stand.
Let me think. It does not say baby stand.
Baby, stand up!
I'm actually gonna roll brains of two characters that you don't currently have access to versus each other, and we'll see if this is the case. Because I like that idea.
Interesting. Means we have an ally.
You think the darkness is your ally?
Yes, actually,
Oh.
it does.
Well, fuck.
It says tonight.
Tonight.
Well, that's not insidious.
Do the blocks have dust on them of any kind?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys find anything in there?
Well, there's some blocks that say tonight.
You really superstitious like that? You sure the blocks mean anything? Come on.
It says tonight.
Grace, in our line of work, the smallest detail can have great meaning.
It could also say ton-eye goat.
Hey, well,
No,
if we meet a literal ton of goats made of eyes, then I will give you $50.
I expect at least $50 if we meet a ton of eyes made of goat.
What are you two on about?
Nothing, Begolji. Just
Grace,
dinner
if you are a
plans.
ton of eyes made of goats, I am so certain that's not the case. I will literally buy you your own house and pay the bills for you.
You already
If you are right.
you already did.
No, I mean like an actual house that's not an apartment. I mean like ground up, multiple floors.
Sure.
I mean, alright. No loss
I
for
got
me.
Mercury.
I'll take it.
Because I am so certain that's not the case.
Hey, free house, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, another split. Which way?
There's more doors down this way that we can see immediately.
You like Lord
I'd rather have
Lord of the Rings, Jonah?
Yes, I do.
I
That's
found
another
more
question.
door. Sorry.
You know, I was
Wait.
thinking of making the same joke, so I'm not even mad.
Ha! See? Knew it! No one around here appreciates my
Oh,
shit
gosh.
jokes.
But you know what else do they say about Mordor?
Mercury reminisces on when he first saw it when it first came out.
But Grace, you know what they say, one does not simply walk into Mordor, as I walk through the door.
I hate him.
Well, look at the door first.
I step back out. What's the name on here? I expect it to be some
It does
kind
not
of
have a name.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
room number.
What's the room number?
1. It doesn't matter.
Okay. What kind of flooring is this? Is this like, does this look like a padded room or something?
Not at all. It's linoleum.
Alright.
It's very uncomfortable. It's kind of cold.
I'm gonna check the desk here.
Empty. Anything that would have been in it's been removed.
Nothing under the bed, I assume?
Other than dust.
Alright.
Plot twist, Edwin's stand is dust.
Just in
Another
the
one
wind.
bites the dust. That's his stand.
You know, if whoever's stand is here is a dust-based stand, we're pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's
I don't
want to
think about that.
It's Mercury's second worst nightmare.
What's my first?
Being in a room alone with me, Grace, and Sebastian, where we could all punch you at the same time and you did instantly disintegrate.
What about a
What's
literal
that?
city made of garbage?
But I've
Ooh.
been. Oh.
What about a whole island made out of garbage?
Yeah, what about that?
Please.
I go about the same searching as I did in the other room. Nothing?
Nothing.
That one's laid out a bit different.
Ah.
Mercury opens the door.
You check the desk?
So what is this, like some sort of a hotel layout?
No.
Must be a 5-star hotel.
Oh my god.
Man, we're on a roll today.
Mercury, that joke was... same procedure in here?
Yep.
You know, if someone was trying to leave a hint, he says quieter, further away from Begolji, then they should probably, I don't know, hide it in the bed.
I see you're putting down little waypoints more often, Begolji. I like it.
Hell yeah. Waypoint.
Waypoint rock.
Oh.
This
Hey,
one's still got stuff.
Everyone in here.
Does this one have a label of any kind?
No. And Jonah, as you come over to the desk, you notice there's a bunch of books laid out on it. There's also a bookshelf over here. But something's unique about these books. Can I get in a brains roll from you?
Ooh.
Ah.
Critical idiots!
Jonah... Critical idiot. Jonah, all of these books are in Braille.
They're in Braille.
Braille.
Braille, yes.
Just pure Braille, or is there text as well?
It's a dual combination, but they have Braille.
So they're readable to me then. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Interesting.
are any of the books in reference to something? Like, are they like all the same kind of theme, or like what's?
The only thing of note is this blue key card on the side of the table.
I grabbed the key card.
Okay.
But there's no information in the books. Are they like storybooks or whatever?
No. They're just... A lot of them are... Well, it's interesting. There's a wide variety of stuff. They seem to have no rhyme or reason to them. Like, one might be on law, another is a storybook. The next one is like a medical journal. They're all very different.
Weird.
What kind of medical journal is it? In reference to what kind of practice?
It's a journal on the applications of anesthetics.
Oh.
So storybooks, law, and anesthetics.
That does not paint a pretty picture.
That does not paint a pretty picture whatsoever. Major pedophile vibes here.
Yep, you found Edwin's. You found it. He's Kira.
Unless of you have interest in anesthesia, storybooks, and law.
Sorry, what? No,
You
what?
said anesthesia?
What are we meant to gather from all of that,
Anesthesia,
Jonah?
yes, there was a medical journal in there about the application of anesthetics. I also swiped this as I hold up the blue key card.
Oh, lovely.
Before we go further, do we wish to try this on that other door?
Yeah, in a
Once
minute.
again, we should get a good layout of this entire building in our heads before we continue downwards.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that this way is just gonna lead right back around to where we were.
I saw another intersection early on. There's two more directions to go.
And I'm gonna be honest, checking every room's a good idea. What are you gonna say, Ren?
Oh, I just find anesthetics kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
We've run into them before.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but you're right.
I checked this door.
Oh, that one's a bit different.
Alright, let me note on my paper really quick.
Hey, look, guys, we each get a room.
No thanks, I'll pass.
I'm gonna search the desks. Anything particular, Rat? Or am I wasting my time?
You found nothing.
Alright, nope, but no.
Lifts up bed sheets.
Are these books actually here?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to see if there's anything hidden inside of them.
No, but can you roll a brains check? Yeah, nothing hidden.
Yeah, there's some books and stuff in there, but that's it.
All right, I'm gonna check in. This is very JoJo. I'm gonna check the beginning letter of each book and see if it spells anything.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, sure, it spells Euroclod. No.
I'm tempted to go back to the other book.
See, in JoJo, you can never tell if you're thinking too deep or if you're not thinking deep enough.
Very fair, I allowed you for the effort, but no.
Alright,
Nothing.
I'm gonna check the books myself.
There's nothing on the books.
I mean, anything similar to the other room, more medical journals or anything like that.
Oh, I see, you have a legitimate question.
I'm checking the books themselves for the contents. What kind of books am I looking at
Roll
here?
me another brains roll, Joda. They're just books.
But by the way, I'm just gonna make sure of something. That's a desk lamp, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if it was like a weird shelf of some kind.
Is there a note on this chair, or I'm just seeing weird things?
Nope, nothing in that room either.
Okay.
And there's another split, goes up or down.
Look at that.
I am sensing straight ahead. We'll move back to the main room.
Is this just... Yep, okay. Yeah. Well, that's where we came from.
Alright. We can either go back, try the keycard on that one door, or we can go further in this way.
Come on, Jonah, you're not gonna clear the place out? Where's your inner gamer sense?
Well, you never know which way is the right way to go, so you check all corners. And open any door
Exactly.
when you're able to.
That's correct, Jonah. We never know what we
Wow,
might be missing
Mercury,
out
you
on.
found the
Wow.
women's bathroom!
Mercury looks at the door. Oh, yeah, this does say that.
Sebastian
What?
like kind of grabs Mercury to make sure he doesn't leave.
Begolji, hold on. This door back here seems to be another one of the bunks I was here for, and...
The door slowly shuts, and he's just like, "What if the person who built this, their stand is able to remove things, or even turn things into other things?"
Mercury kind of nods a little bit.
It's just a hunch. I'm not 100% on it yet, but bad gut feeling.
Mercury looks over. Why is there a shower?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
You wanna,
I
you wanna
The
guess
door opens. Hey, you two nerds walked into the wrong bathroom.
don't assume my gender.
Oh, I'm sorry. Puts her hands on her hips. My bad, Miss Sebastian.
Mercury kind of straightens his coat and says, "I knew that I walked in there."
Sebastian does that thing where you like throw the hand behind the hair and like flip it, and just like, goddamn right.
Yeah, you're fabulous, brother. Sorry, sister. My bad.
But no, why don't you check in there since it's so bad for us to be in there?
It's not. I was giving you shit.
Alright, any label on this door here?
No,
It's just another bunk.
nothing particular. But as you open the door, there seems to be something different about this room.
Ooh, look, an envelope.
No bookshelf.
A
No
really
bookshelf.
big envelope.
A really
Really
big,
big
obvious envelope. Look at that.
Whoa. Let's look over at the envelope, guys.
Everybody stand back.
No, the envelope's
Mercury,
obviously
get back
crap.
over here.
The real information's underneath the bed.
Huh? Jody, you found a dust bunny. Congrats. It's not the real information.
Whoa.
Pockets, the dust bunny.
You have a dust bunny. Congrats.
Please set a secret action that has regards to that.
Come on, Dust Bunny. Mercury, you might want to stand back for a second. Cartel Rock's just gonna make sure the envelope isn't trapped.
Okay, it's not.
Okay, all clear.
I think it's just an envelope.
Mercury takes the envelope.
Okay, Mercury, you look at the envelope?
Yep.
Okay, this envelope, roll me a brains check. Alright, so you know how envelopes get crumpled when there's, like, something extra inside them other than paper?
Yes.
It's got that type of a perforation around the side. However, all that you find inside is a slip of paper.
Interesting. What does the paper say?
Oh.
June, I managed to swipe this blue card off of Mr. Electros' desk when he was doing my checkups. I'm not sure where it goes, but maybe we can use it to go outside. I've always wanted to see the real stars with you. I've got one for myself and a spare, so you hold on to this. Make sure he doesn't find out that you have it. Next time we see each other, I'll actually be able to look at you for real. Let's plan a night to go outside together. I have a checkup this afternoon, so maybe sometime tonight. Love, Rachel.
Oh.
The see each other for real part, I can only assume is that they were seeing each other either for like a dream or some other method.
Maybe through their stands,
Stand
Jonah.
related, yes, more than likely, yes.
Hey, Seb, you might want to hear this.
Alright, what's going on in here?
I relayed the same letter. Actually, no, I just hand it to him. That's easier.
Oh, where'd you get this
It's
from?
on the
Desk.
desk.
It seemed that the letter used to have something inside of it. Does it seem like the object was very big from the marks?
No, not very big at all.
Probably that key card. By the way, is this plant dead or is it plastic?
It's plastic.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Alright.
Also, these cargo rocks that are down here, I'm going to pull back.
Should we go through that door, or should we go back down and around?
It's the same amount of distance.
Well, at
Yeah.
this point, we go find the key card, yeah?
We have a key card.
Oh, right. Then I knew that.
Grace, would you like to carry the key card?
No, you can have it. It's your spoils.
There's plenty of room in this hallway, Grace. You can go that way.
Well, excuse me, I don't have agency over my own goddamn legs!
You should see a doctor about that.
I mean, we're at a medical hospital, it feels like, so...
Sure,
Please
sure,
don't
sure.
see this doctor.
I'm not planning to see this doctor!
The crew.
I love every moment of this. This is great.
Hmm.
Alright.
Oh boy.
And into the beyond. Well, everybody prepared to see what's behind the door?
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
Let's get
I do not have the feeling that it's going to be good.
It's never good.
Yeah.
I didn't mention this earlier, but when I was investigating what was underneath the tiles with my stand crocodile rock, I discovered that there was an extra pipe, which did not seem to belong and isn't present in the construction of many other buildings. It leads through this wall, and beyond this door, it becomes a concrete pipe.
Interesting.
Why would you make a pipe out of concrete?
Security. That's security purposes.
Let's go through the door, if it works.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it work?
Yeah.
The door
It's
we
like,
haven't
well,
seen.
door doesn't work, everybody turn back and mission's a bust.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we just punched down the door. I mean, come on.
We
enough.
come back to Edwin and say, well, the door was locked. What was he supposed to do?
I try the key card.
Did you try the key?
Anyway, yes, you try the key card. It opens. Access granted. And hold on. Access granted, and something else flashes on the keypad. Star Road Research Facility.
Well, I guess the research facility is in through here. Does anyone else want to go for the weird, ominous door, or should I be the first one in?
Oh, don't be such a baby.
Alright, fuck it
Oh,
hell.
Yeah,
there's-
I'll go first if you want.
I was gonna say I'll go first, but I'm never gonna
You
go
know,
first.
Mercury,
I'm just going last because
It's the smart choice. I'm with you.
no, I'm going last because if we put your brother in the back,
move this crocodile.
Gonna die.
Up
I mean,
here.
arguably,
Make sure
I
that
should
the
be in the
door doesn't
front.
close behind us.
Yeah, it doesn't. If I'm at the front, I can be a wall for you guys. You realize? Yeah.
That's why I'm in the middle.
Whatever.
Oh, that's why I should be at the back.
Here, she's gonna swap in front and go in front so that she can guard if need be.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, this place looks a lot darker.
Alright, I checked this door.
Okay, it seems to be one of those, like, wooden doors with the glass window on it, and you can see, like, sort of a cubicle desk setup, almost. Not exactly, though. It's weird. It's unlocked.
Alright.
Well, let's go.
Is there a label on the door, like, next to it or something? Anything about it?
There is a star on the door. That is all.
I step through.
Okay. What you see in front of you is a desk with a bunch of medical supplies laid out on it, as well as what seems to be a document with a laundry list of notes on it. It seems like a terrarium with a green gaseous, like, mist rolling around in it. It's sort of moving. Do you get up and look at it?
I am indeed looking at it, yes.
Well, as you get closer to it, there's suddenly and a hand slams against the glass. And you see something on the other side.
Well,
It's shadowy, dark, ambiguous, two brilliant white pits of eyes, gleaming like stars in the night sky.
ah! What the hell?
Oh, fuck. what
Oh,
did
what's
you
this
find?
now?
There's something in there.
Everybody else can see it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
What's it say on the outside?
On the outside of it,
Yeah, on the case.
the case doesn't have any markings, but the markings on the table in the documentations
Yeah, we got you.
seem to list this as a nightmare.
Huh.
Oh, nightmares were only mentioned once before in the email. The email, which, may I mention, was printed. A printed out email.
Could this maybe be a failed nightmare stand?
I don't want to think about that.
Maybe it's
I read the documentation on the table.
no way. Perhaps it could be a newsstand in its own class?
You're not getting very much information about what it is, Jonah, rather how it acts. Behavioral data.
That's what I'm asking about.
Stationary. Seems to have no sort of recollection or memory of who or what it is. Just seems to sort of stare. That's the gist of what you get from the notes.
Does it mention what glass it's being held in?
What, glass? No.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the glass. Does it just seem like standard glass? I'm gonna do a brains.
Okay, it seems to be reinforced glass, as if, to prevent any blunt damage.
Hmm.
I hand the documentation to Begolji. What do you make of this?
It's words on a piece of paper.
Well, about the stand, it's just standing there and staring at people. I mean,
So far, what I've made of this situation is not from the documents, but from this glass itself.
the whole thing about not being able to move, though, I call it bullshit, as it just slammed on the grass and scared the shit out of me.
It definitely seemed like it was intent on trying to break through, but I'd say that this glass stopped it.
Physical objects that could stop stands.
Assuming that this even is a stand, it could be a person under a stand's effect.
Well, if you wouldn't mind indulging me in a very bad idea, we could verify that.
Hey, Mercury.
Yeah.
You're getting pretty close to this cage.
Yes, I am.
You feel like your hairs start to stand on end.
Hmm. By the way, can we see the teeth?
Yeah.
Normal teeth or fangs?
No, white. Like white light.
Huh. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. She walks out of the door. You guys want to see the creepy monster?
I mean, the door's open.
Indulge me in a terrible idea.
Good God, why now?
Is the idea touching it? Because no.
I'd say having my stand touch the glass itself and see if it's stopped by the glass.
No, that's slightly less of a bad idea, but still a bad idea.
I can only think it would be a good idea if you just ever so slightly put your finger on it so it doesn't go through if it starts to go through.
Yeah, just in case, it touching you might corrupt your stand or something.
I wouldn't be worried about the nightmare stuff, Jonah. Take a look at that green gas in there.
Aye.
Brains roll on that, Begolji? Well, Begolji, it looks like you found the substance on that weird pipe.
Yes.
This is some sort of a neutralizing odorous gas. From
Probably
the best that you
like
could
a
guess,
stand, like a stand suppressing.
it's either a stand-suppressing gas or it's a neurotoxin, both of which are likely.
Well, either way, whatever's in there is dangerous.
I do not want. Yes, you're right. I do not want to be sticking my hand in that. Thank you very much, Begolji.
And no one else seems to be getting the feeling of like hairs standing on end from it.
Oh no, that's just you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a note of that. I don't think it's just because it's dirty.
Where are we going?
By the way, checking the pipes again.
Mm-hmm.
Are they back to metal?
Yes, they are.
Oh, that's a relief.
Mercury looks at this nightmare. Hairs stand on end. Walks over. I'm gonna check this specifically for different behavior.
The behavior? No, it's not different at all. Really, there's nothing
Okay.
unique about this as far as you can tell.
Okay, but it is shaped different.
Yes,
I have a
it definitely
bad
looks
feeling
differently.
That disrupting the gas would free these things.
Based on my own observation of my eyes, my terrible eyes right now, would you say that this stand/creature looks childlike?
It looks humanoid. That's the best I could put it.
Okay. Like, about how tall is it? Like, how big is it?
4 feet tall, maybe?
Interesting. That's about a child's height. Well, like,
An older child.
yeah.
Renegade, you check that one.
All right. Oh boy. Renegade just kind of cocks her head to the side, looking at it.
It cocks its head to the side and looks at you.
Already being close to this one, I'm just gonna assume that it says the same thing.
You okay, Mercury?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Similar to what I've already observed.
Do the pipes continue down the hallway?
They do.
I have a question in regards to how Mercury was acting. Does it seem to be the same sort of response as to when he was near hormone charge, girl?
I don't
Well,
think... unless you roll a brains roll, I don't think you'd be able to surmise that.
Yeah, that'd probably be subconscious behavior from Mercury, so.
I'm gonna just check something here real quick. Give me a second. He's gonna pull out one of his talismans, charge it with hormone, and see if this thing reacts.
The stand thing?
Yeah,
The nightmare?
yeah, the nightmare.
No, doesn't react.
Alright, that's that away for later. Guess there's nothing.
What? This hallway seems different.
Hey, Sebastian. You want to
Yeah.
roll me a bravery roll, please?
Sure.
oh,
Oh, this is the same hallway.
Sebastian, you're feeling a little sick.
He's just gonna lean on the wall.
Something about the smell in the air. The scent of iron. It's off-putting.
You can stay there, Sebastian. We understand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Seems we're going to get a present day.
It's the same.
Renegade's gonna grab Sebastian's hand and just try to gently squeeze. She's kind of strong.
Sebastian, are you quite alright?
Yes, just give me a moment to catch my breath. I'm a little low on blood today.
Is this door locked?
No.
Medical area?
Looks like it. Curtains set up around, tables set up that would have medical supplies on it, a machine, and another smaller container containing that type of a gas from earlier.
I'm just gonna assume what's in there. Cable's cut on this thing?
Yep.
Yep.
And actually, if you look into the cage, there's nothing in it.
If I could hazard a guess, perhaps maybe they extracted stands here? For nightmare experiments? I'm just saying that judging from the tank here, as I gesture towards it.
That seems like it could be a possibility.
Yeah. Alright, everyone. This place gives me magic creep vibes. I'd rather not be in here.
Grace is gonna come over to this table and set a secret action. I'll send it to Kat, just cause.
Oh? Okay.
I came up with a really funny thing.
Oh boy.
From this small distance, I'm just going to make this part of the curtain have gravity that's going that way, so I don't have to touch it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you see a medical cot with two, like, gas canisters hooked up directly to it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's going on with this thing here?
It seems to be another, like, check-in type. If you had to guess, if you look at the machinery here, there's a little, like, foot indentations for someone to stand, as if weighing someone.
Well, that's odd. From what I can see of the console here, I assume it's the same story with all the wires pulled and everything.
Computer's gone, cables ripped, and monitor is dead.
Wait, that gas thing was empty, right?
It was empty of nightmares, yes.
Okay, so that's a good thing to check if Mercury gets the same feeling.
He most certainly does.
Okay, which means that it's the gas and not the nightmares, or both.
Do you want to make a brains roll? Because no one's actually making the right conclusion on this.
Alright.
No, Mercury. As you walk up to it and you notice you have the sensation no one's around you, so you're able to pay better attention this time. It's not the gas. There's Haman being channeled through the glass.
Oh. Okay.
And from your knowledge of stands, you know that Haman is considered physical to them.
Yeah. That makes sense why it's normal glass then. Okay. Well, everyone, from looking at that and that shivers feeling I got from it, it seems that Haman is being channeled through the glass to keep a stand in.
Can't Hamon be created artificially?
Well, unless there's a Haman user who's been doing it for 12 odd years down here, I'd say yes.
That has some implications that I do not like. But Haman coded barriers. Nightmare stands at bay. Unless we're sure that the nightmares will be assistant to us, which I doubt heavily, if we counter what's creating that barrier, we should leave it well enough alone.
Yeah, I second that. I don't really
Yeah,
want
I
to
agree.
see what those things do if they're let out.
Yeah, I'd rather not see if each one has a specific power.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It might turn into a stand turf war. Also, weird-ass check-in station that apparently weighs you.
Yeah.
Looks like a thing at a hospital. This place is a hospital, I'm telling you.
Yeah, seems
Maybe our
like
source
it.
used to be.
Maybe.
Mercury looks at this door. Jonah wouldn't actually know this. This is the hallway where the Heartbreak Wonderland fight happened, and that's the door that should lead to where it was.
Theoretically, yes.
Is there a label on this door?
Probably says surgery or something.
This is operating room.
Or.
Step through. Oh,
Well.
Jesus. Out of pure curiosity, I go over to the computer over here.
Well,
Is this
Jonah, as it happens, this is the computer you jumped through, but as it happens, this one doesn't have the cables cut.
Oh.
Wait, it doesn't have the cables cut?
It doesn't.
I tried to access it.
You
Is
need
the system deleted?
you see, no, System 32's there. You need a key code.
Begolji, you think you might be able to hack into this past the key code?
Well, does it look feasible?
It definitely seems feasible. Would you like to attempt
Okay.
to hack it?
Yes.
Wow, the key code was Electros. That was hard.
I was gonna type that in.
Roll the one. You get documents. You get a lot of documents. This is what you find, Begolji.
Okay. I'm not gonna use that one.
Margaret Curie. Age 11. Sex female. Contained fall 1988. Status dead as of summer 1990. Minor memory loss of 2 years. Procedure arrow introduction. Cause of death brain failure. Stand name Western Promise. Stand power can control a cowboy with game consoles. Well, it seems we know her.
Oh, well, the communicator is in the sink.
It's in the sink. Okay, good. Failure produced violent ghost, yes. Notes. Subject seems to be stuck in a single day, and has created an imaginary world in which to reside. The world, we will be calling a Requiem's Nocturne, closely resembles that of Star Road Ranch. Memory appears wiped on subsequent visits. Changes in the real world, such as denting the side of the house, have no effect on the Nocturne. The first arrow came with 5 others. Our research may be able to continue. This isn't the last dead end. If I can secure land overseas, we'll be able to construct an underground facility and continue our research. It'll take some time to build the proper connections, but in the end, it will all be worth it. Perhaps we'll call this facility Star Road, in her honor?
Oh, well, at least we know why it's called that now.
Yes.
But this wasn't the original Star Road.
Minor failures. Nightmare stands. The children we've taken in seem scared. We've assured them that Star Road is a safe place to be, yet more research clearly needs to be done in keeping them calm and relatively happy. Children that are displeased, as it were, completely fail to contain the power of the arrow. Their bodies fall apart, and just the ghost, or stand, is left behind. We're able to contain the ghosts within machinery by use of the CEO's stands, and the ghosts seem to exhibit only a fraction of free will if controlled by any of the staff. We're calling this new development a nightmare stand. The stands left over seem to contain very little of the original soul, if any at all. We'll consider these stands as a class all of their own, separate from requiems. The children seem to like the stars. Stars calm them, make them feel at home.
Okay, something important here.
Yep, CEO stand.
Yeah,
Very
CEO
important.
stand. Yeah, CEO stand. If it's referring to machinery which those things are being kept in.
Yeah, those glass
we figured out that it was
Haman-infused
Haman.
cases.
Yeah, so we could. They were put there by the stand's power and then contained Haman, or the stand has something to do with Haman.
Maybe a stand that generates Haman?
Now, my question is, because we've kind of established that Edwin's stand has to do with light. The
Mhm.
question is whether that is actually Haman, or it's just sunlight that is concentrated so much that it acts like Haman.
Do you guys think it would be too much to assume that his stand might have the ability to contain and move around other stands?
Maybe, but I feel like light is the correct way to go, considering the lights of Electros.
If we remember back to last session, at the very end, Tally said that Edwin or Electros began to glow before the window, or like when he was using his stand. I've marked down several occasions of using like glow or like the lights of Electros.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone want to monologue something?
No.
Not yet.
More
You think we want to be shaken against Edwin before we're sure?
A kill move is a kill move.
Very well. Next document. Kellyanna Crossfair. Age 14, sex female, contained 2115. Status, dead as of 2115. Procedure, arrow introduction. Cause of death, weak body, organ failure. Stand name, prologue to Twilight. Stand power, can gently vibrate objects in its vicinity. Failure, produced violent ghost. Notes. I was skeptical. For whatever reason, my stand pulled me in the direction of a leukemia patient. Even now, I am not sure what potential they saw in her. Even though she has manifested a requiem, her soul and mind were completely consumed by the thing, and now resides in a mirror world, wandering hallways of madness. Just like before with Curry, the requiem seems to have been kept alive after death, and keeps itself together in an illusory world. Unsure what this means.
Okay, there's another clue here. Perhaps Edwin's stand can either detect other stands or detect the potential for that person to produce a stand.
Later note. While she may have an arrow, confronting her myself is far too dangerous, and she'd consistently try and get in the way of our research. She got too out of hand, and I had to break her. I pawned this one off to a carnival peddler. It's best to let this one slide and move on. The requiems seem to contain their souls within their nocturnes, worlds that are only accessible through lucid dreaming. Whether this is the ability of all requiems or just these ones is yet to be seen.
I'm loving all this lore.
This is so good.
New process, requiem injection. The requiem stands seem to only choose someone that is truly worthy of their power. Whenever the arrow is introduced to someone who isn't worthy of its power, it fights back or even attempts to kill them. We haven't yet determined why the arrows choose people, but we do know this. There is a way to trick the arrow. If it is injected into a critical wound in the target, one that would under any circumstance lead to the target's death, then the worthiness stipulation will be overridden. In other words, being near death allows for us to cheat the system. It is a necessary evil for this research, and while some of my colleagues raise concern about doing such a thing to children, it is a must. A child's stand is far less dangerous. Were an adult to gain control of a requiem stand, the requiem's power would far exceed that of a normal stand. Children with requiems merely gain the ability to control a stand of an adult. From here on out, we will be using this new method to induce the requiem reaction in our subjects.
That's interesting.
Alright.
I find especially interesting the I'm pretty sure our reasoning was almost exactly opposite. We thought they were doing children to produce stronger stands.
I'm pretty sure you did say that, yes.
Yeah, but thinking about it, it makes sense that it would be the other way around.
Cole King. Age 9. Sex male. Contained winter 2117. Status dead as of 2118. Very minor memory loss of about 1 month in Star Road. Procedure: requiem injection, stomach. Cause of death: trauma. Stand name: orange-colored sky. Stand power: emits an aura of mind-altering suggestions centered around making its user happy. Failure: produced neutral ghost. Notes: Subject's nocturne seems to have reopened the hotel from which he was taken, and is striving to live in a Groundhog Day-esque environment. Thinks his stand is his father, who was taken out of the picture in order to make this experiment a success. This one should be easiest to retrieve later if needed, but by a strike team not consisting of myself, for the stand attacks with sunlight, as well as my stand would be useless against it.
Okay, that's a bit of a
Yeah.
clue.
So I think you're right about the stand using light,
Yes.
sunlight specifically.
Now, whether this one was made by Edwin or possibly... well, I don't think it's Mercedes, considering the timeline. But it's possible that Edwin's immunity to sunlight is recent.
Next document. Christina Joestar. Age 34. Sex female. Contained 2117, willing participant. Not contained, rather, was given explicit instructions. Status: dead in 2118. Procedure: requiem injection. Cause of death: organ failure. Stand name: Joan Crawford. Stand power: can resurrect a nearby corpse and control it as a puppet. Partial failure. Subject seemed to become at ease for a moment, produced no violent ghost, simply passed away. Arrow was retrieved without issue from the Joestar estate. My stand seems to be attracted to people in this family for some reason. Come back later to get the boy. DK drugs. Were left at the home to throw off the police.
Oh boy.
Well, that answers my question about how. It seems the CEO of this place is the one responsible.
You alright there, Jonah?
No, I am not alright.
Keep it together.
I am very perturbed. But we must continue on.
June Brando. Age 12. Sex female. Contained 2118. Status: dead as of 2118. Major memory loss experienced. Procedure: none. Cause of death: blunt cranial trauma. Stand name unknown. Stand power unknown. Partial failure: produced protective ghost. Notes: acquired a requiem stand afterwards as an attempted resurrection by a furious We're Not Alone who seemed to be protecting June. This was the first physical manifestation of We're Not Alone outside of her dream realm. It needs to be researched further, unsure as to where June's requiem went, but it took the arrow with it. Caught a glimpse of horns and the smell of cotton candy. Might check back at the carnival later. There's likely a nocturne out there, which could prove troublesome were the wrong people to walk into it. This one could be dangerous or harmless. That is yet to be seen. Sadly, we are down to 1 arrow. Next, Rachel Crawd. Age 12. Sex female. Contained 2118. Status: alive in Star Road in stasis. Critical condition. Procedure: requiem injection. Stomach. Stand name: We're Not Alone. Stand power: can inject drugs into her or others. Partial failure. Subject is in a coma. Notes: We're Not Alone, the only requiem we've been able to directly converse with, and which hasn't destroyed the body of the individual. This stand seems to keep its user in a coma to protect her from the world. Seems to be childish. When we suggested talking to Rachel, she flew into a fury and began stopping the hearts of many of my scientists. Didn't seem to understand vampirism and tried to stop my own heart. Thankfully, I escaped with my life. Currently, the farthest sector of Star Road is unreachable, and has been taken into a nocturne. As I write this, we are closing down the facility. So close to an answer, yet such a backstep we must take. For now, the room at the end of the hall is off limits. She has made it her Requiem's nocturne, and currently there is nothing we can do to stop her.
What?
So she's not dead.
Hmm.
Or at least we can assume so. We don't know her current state.
Mercedes Speedwagon. Age 24. Sex female. Contained 2115. Injection process 2128. Status alive. Currently living with the Speedwagon family. Procedure: Requiem injection. Arm. And the stand name and power have been removed from this document. Success. Subject is alive and well. Notes: stand ability is horrifying. Much more powerful than the abilities of the children. Seems the powers become greater the more mature the user is. Although it's incredibly powerful, it hurts her if used for a period longer than a few seconds. We fear that overusing it would result in her death. Subject was a nameless orphan. Brought her in as my daughter. Seems that kinship creates a greater likelihood of survival for Requiems. Along the same lines, raising her seemed to provide more favorable results in the stand's ability. Examples: Midge, no friends but her father and myself. Requiem failed. Kelly, lonely leukemia patient, parents were dead, didn't have much longer to live. Was the worst result and the worst emotional standing. Cole, father was abusive, mother was distant. Requiem failed. Christina seemed to have a loving family, unsure of failure reason. June and Rachel. The two seemed to love each other dearly. This love brought out a powerful Requiem and We're Not Alone, and allowed June to be partially resurrected. Mercedes provided her with a loving home instead of a facility, and the process became a success. Should provide the Joestar boy with a loving home. When it's his turn, his Requiem could be the one I've been looking for. Until we can retrieve any of the arrows from the failures, this research is on hold. Star Road Research Facility, Electros Speedwagon, CEO.
That son of a bitch.
Mercury looks around at Grace Renegade and looks to the door at Sebastian.
As Jonah turns around, you see his face contorted into a look of pure rage.
Hey,
That son of a bitch.
while this is going on, I'm gonna go do something.
Okay.
I am sending Crocodile Rock Alpha all the way through the chain of Crocodile Rocks I made.
Ooh.
Okay.
And back up by the elevator.
Okay.
And is going to hang out, let's say somewhere around the entrance.
Okay.
And is just going to, I'm just going to listen.
Okay. You're gonna hear just a bunch of footfalls.
Everybody,
Hmm.
make any preparations. You've got company.
Yeah, lovely.
I'll see how long I can hold him off the Crocodile Rock, but
They're not coming towards the building.
away from the building?
They're just milling around up there.
Around the building.
Just around.
That might not be the only entrance up there.
Mercury stands back from Jonah for a second. Kind of motions for Grace and Renegade to get back a little.
Well, do we have any ideas?
Begolji, I assume you've made copies of this computer's files, yes?
Wait. Hold on. Jonah, this is a stupid idea. Renegade's gonna knock on the on the monitor.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay. Nothing happens? Okay.
No, sorry. We're not in a nocturne right now. That's not gonna happen.
Begolji, would you have copied the files from this computer?
What's the point of copying them? We already got everything I need to know.
So we have for our own record, and proof for the authorities.
This is beyond the authorities.
Yeah, I feel like if this was an authority issue, then something would have been done by now.
Very well. I nod to Rosa Sharon, and Rosa Sharon proceeds to beat the ever-loving shit out of this computer until it's not but roses.
But Golgi's going to start 3D printing some things.
Okay.
Ooh.
In specific, 4 hollow metal spears.
Hollow
Okay, everybody.
metal
Jonas screws around. Alright, this is the plan. If you disagree with me, I'll make it known. First objective, extract Rachel, get her to safety.
Rachel
Second-
is safe. Hold on, Jonah. Let me hold you right there. She is safe where she is right now.
True.
The only reason that the entirety of the Speedwagon Foundation hasn't stormed this whole area and extracted her out of that room is that they simply can't.
Well, we should still check, because I don't know how old this record is. We should make sure that everything's as it seems. So then, amendment then. Check on Rachel, and after that, we go to our friend Edwin, and we confront him about this.
I don't think we should
Violently.
confront him.
I don't want to confront him. He has this set up, does he not? He's up there waiting for us. I think he full on knows what we're gonna find down here.
He knows we're going to find out.
So if
At
we
least
go and
things were
take it
set
to
up
the
for us to find
man,
out.
After all, he said so.
if we take it to the man, he's gonna have a
prepared.
counter for us.
So,
Not only that. Hold on, the communicator's in the sink, yeah?
Yeah.
Renegade's just gonna stroll over casually and punch it.
You hear like, and the communicator crumples.
Better.
Yeah, I feel like I can speak easy. Fuck that guy!
Mercury shushes everyone for a second, holds up his hand, and points at Jonah's artificial hand.
Grace narrows her eyes at Mercury, like, explain?
He's the one that paid for that thing.
You're right. I am glad you're all here. If I was on my own, I'd be blinded by my own rage. Begolji, I don't think I need to say what needs to be done. Can you do it?
Begolji doesn't say anything and hands Jonah a hollow sphere. Okay, before we go any further, this is just so that I can make some preparations. Begolji's gonna send Crocodile Rock through the floor just to check for something. Okay, right where you're standing, try stabbing the spear through the ground.
I attempt to do so.
Well, if it doesn't work, try doing it with your stand, Jonah. What I'm doing is basically getting everybody hollow pipes, which they can use, and if needed, to pierce the pipes containing the gas. And have it spray out into the room.
Huh.
I see. So yes, okay. Yeah, so if you guide him properly and Jonah uses his strength to stab through the ground, we'll make rolls when the time comes, but a light green gas starts to spew through the ends of the spear.
Okay, I'm gonna 3D print the spear closed because we do not want that in there right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you close it up. The gas did start to
Okay.
trickle into the room for about a
Okay,
moment.
listen here. I'm going to send 4 instances of Crocodile Rock to each of the rooms through the pipes that contain that gas.
Okay, so the rooms with the nightmares in them?
Not the rooms with the nightmares, just these general rooms right here. This area, we still haven't checked out this room.
No, we haven't.
So, the room that we're in right now, the medical area, and I guess that's it for now. Basically, I'm going to have Crocodile Rock go through those pipes and then emerge above ground right above those pipes.
Okay.
If it comes
You're
down to
working.
it, all you need to do is just stab one of these hollow spears right through Crocodile Rock and don't worry, it won't hurt him. Stab it through. It should pierce the pipes.
Good to know.
This is real
And
smart.
that will be if my theory is correct, that will be quite the effective countermeasure.
Grace will peek her head out the door around and crane around and look at Sebastian. You doing alright?
Yep. Just thinking.
Hey, Rat, at this desk, is there a piece of paper and something to write with?
Sure.
I write upon the paper and I showed a note to Begolji.
Bizarre point to be cool. I already have.
That's real cool. I will allow that. That yes, before you even came here, you found a bug in Jonah's arm. And if you wanted to hazard a guess, that's why Mercedes even gave you the communicator to begin with. Because someone took care of the bug.
I can assure you that there are no bugs left in your arm, Jonah.
Good work, Begolji.
Have you checked your own arm? You don't know
My
what
arm
they
doesn't
do.
belong to the Speedwagon Foundation.
Fair enough.
And yes, I have checked it for bugs anyway.
Well, it is clear that my judgment is clouded by my own anger right now. I am open to suggestions as to how to proceed.
I have an idea.
Sebastian?
Come into the room!
Don't worry, I've been brooding and listening. But, he doesn't know how June's stand works.
He doesn't.
If we can get into a nocturne,
Wait. Fuck, we told him.
Oh my god, we did tell him.
fuck.
Perhaps we can request assistance from We're Not Alone. Since we are
I
Yeah.
don't think that that's going to be possible.
Hold on, Mercury. At this point, we are also trying to protect Rachel. Perhaps, since we have a common goal.
Tell her that we don't like Electros as well. She seemed pretty against
She already
Electros.
knows. At least she knows for me.
We could also tell her we want to get Rachel out of Star Road and out of Electros.
Why don't we have Renegade talk to her? Apparently those two are buddy-buddy.
Yeah?
I won't call it.
Yeah.
Okay, you talked, which is...
We're buddy-buddy enough that I went over to the computer and knocked on it like a window.
I don't suppose that we might be able to put June in contact with We're Not Alone.
That was an idea I had.
Might be worthwhile to try.
Definitely so.
But it could have unpredictable results. You saw what happened when the researchers tried that.
That was talking to Rachel.
I don't blame We're Not Alone for her reaction, considering those researchers were the ones who put Rachel in her condition.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
We want to protect the happiness of the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you convince a child that you're not bad?
I don't know, tea parties? I haven't been a child in 100
the
years.
best way is to convince a child is have another child tell them. Like I said, put them in
But June.
contact with June. June would
We're
vouch
Not
for.
Alone knows June.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think the odds are that as soon as we go in there and enter the nocturne, fall asleep, and that's when they come in?
That's when...
That's why not everyone's going in the nocturne.
I mean, Renegade's gonna pull out the Dream tablets. I have these.
I'll stay
can
out.
I recommend that me and Renegade go in.
No.
While the rest of
You're
you.
not coming in
One
with me.
second, everybody. Remember that they are monitoring our vitals. If there was some way that
they
we
know
could
I'm not gonna fall
perhaps
asleep.
maybe manipulate those vitals into seeming like we've all fell asleep when we really haven't.
Heavens.
Hmm.
How are they monitoring our vitals?
Yeah, how are they monitoring
Yeah, I
our
second that.
vitals?
How are they?
We should have asked.
Hindsight.
How are they monitoring my vitals? I don't have vitals.
How are they gonna tell if he sleeps? He's dead. No offense.
Do you have brainwaves?
Probably.
No.
What if his
That's
stand allows him to do that?
Let me put this up there.
Maybe.
What if they're not actually monitoring our vitals, but just the chatter, and assuming that we're all going to die in the process anyway? Hoping we all die in the process, considering the information we locate.
Do you really think they want us to die? I think they want us to succeed.
They want us to get
arrow.
the arrow.
Yeah.
Well, how do we... if we get the arrow, how do we get it out of here?
We can
put it
send
in the Nocturne, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can deposit that in June's space, as we have been doing.
How do we know that they can't get into June's space?
Seems like nocturnes are mostly physical places, almost. Like, apparently the rest of the facility that way is a nocturne. That doesn't seem like something you would say about just falling asleep to get there. You had to go to Star Road Ranch. We had to go to the hotel.
They're located.
Wait, how did we get to June's Nocturne then?
June's is the only one that we've been able to go into from anywhere.
What if they wanted us to go into June's? What if they... No,
That's
because
in
they don't
fact.
know how... They didn't know where it was.
Hmm.
At the ranch, the place disappeared after we were done there, so I'm not sure if that's relevant at all. I suggest while we try to figure out what to do next, we should proceed along with trying to contact We're Not Alone.
If some of us are staying outside, we should figure out who. I put my hand up just because I'll be able to defend you guys easily.
I'm wondering if Not Alone can even do anything to me. I don't have vitals. And one of those things did say that she didn't understand
Yeah.
vampirism.
Are you sure that it should be you, though, Mercury?
I'm not sure.
No. Mercury. No, it should be me, Sebastian, Mercury. You want to know why?
Mm.
1, Jonah's blinded by rage. 2, Mercury has a connection with Cole. Sebastian has a connection with June. And we've all been really attached to the kids who she's trying to protect.
Mercury straightens bow tie, slightly embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
I think your logic is quite sound, though, Renegade.
I have to say it is.
Plus, then we have Grace defending. Jonah and Rose of Sharon are out here, and they're much more useful out here.
And
And then
Begolji.
Begolji can stay out here and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, restart any of your hearts if you were to say, die.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Now, where shall we begin? I want to lay out everything that we're planning to do, and hopefully we'll succeed to do, before it all actually happens.
Well, first of all, getting into contact with We're Not Alone is probably our primary objective now. Just to verify Rachel's safety.
Get her to help us? I don't know.
I want to say get the police on our side, but
I'll be honest, I don't think that that's powerful enough.
Yeah.
He's got too much power.
hey, Begolji. You hear the door open.
Oh.
Which door?
The very entrance. And the elevator. One person walks in,
Okay.
Alright,
and the elevator
I
goes
have an
down.
idea.
They're in the elevator. I'm going to make the elevator stop in the middle of the elevator shaft.
Oh, okay. Let's roll stand precision, please. You hear a ka-chunk, and the elevator itself shudders, and you hear the person kind of just like, hell?
They're in the elevator. Everybody, get ready.
Did you hear them say anything?
Just one person, probably Mercedes.
Oh, great.
Okay.
We don't know what we're going to be going up against here, so prepare for the worst.
It did say Mercedes had one of the most dangerous ones.
Yes.
I have an idea. It's not a very good one, but do you notice on the map that the area contained by the Nocturne was blurred out, not very legible? With any luck, perhaps there might be a second entrance in that area we can use to get out of here.
Sebastian,
Yes.
what do your eyeglasses say about this?
Pulls out the set and looks at them.
Seems like a dead end. If you had to guess, you've been backed into a corner.
Feels like we're backed into a corner.
And we must find a way past.
Indeed.
It's one person.
Yeah.
Remember, it's only one person.
You hear banging, as if the person in the elevator is banging on the keypad, trying to get it to work.
We might not have much more time to decide what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do we want to try to contact We're Not Alone?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean,
Yeah.
We
we're
might be our
here.
best help at this point.
Do we want to have most of us here while one of us goes in?
I still think the idea of you and Mercury going in is the best.
I think if I'm...
What if she tries to kill you?
We have Begolji here to counteract that.
Let me go in with you instead.
No, I was going to say, me and Sebastian. Sebastian has his phone. He can contact June.
Just be careful.
Exactly.
Grace is gonna summon Rhapsody around her, who currently looks like a car.
Jonah,
Aye.
go and put Roses inside one of the other rooms as if the door has been sealed. That way she'll probably go to that one first.
Begolji, where is she right now?
She's still trapped in the elevator.
Right? We'll stand guard.
Alright, then. If we're doing this, let's...
Are all
Are
of
we
us
all
going?
going in?
Do you want to come, Mercury?
I'll be right back. I'm just going to place the roses.
Do you think I would be more useful out here or in there?
We're Not Alone can't instantly kill you, so...
Yeah.
So, in there then?
Have Rosa Sharon beat the shit out of this door and seal it with roses.
What do you think, Sebastian?
I think that having Mercury as a backup just in case would be a good idea. Have him out here at first, and if something starts to go wrong, he can come in.
Alright, I'm the backup then.
She'll hand one of the dream capsules to Mercury. Keep an eye on probably my pulse. I'm gonna do a lot of the talking.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she'll hand one to Sebastian, and she'll keep one for herself.
Alright.
You've never done this before, have you?
Nope.
It's like taking a pill.
By the way, Sebastian, if you're able to do this, kind of hold up my phone. 1 ring means come in, 2 rings means it's safe.
If I need to, I can always have June do that if I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, you should probably take this, and he'll hand Mercury his thermos of blood, just in case.
I take it. Oh, thanks.
Alright, I sealed the room at the end of the hall to the left with roses.
Alright.
Hopefully that fools her.
What's this room?
I look at the door.
I'm gonna guess that it's just the
It
same
says
as
showers.
the- Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
fuck that.
Yeah, just showers.
And hold on before you proceed, because the following door has a red light coming from it and a keypad, as well as cautionary tape put out. And this has a specific name over top of it: quarantine.
Hey, Renegade, remember how you tried to knock on the computer?
Do you want me to knock on the door?
I think you should knock on the door.
I'll knock on the door.
You know, that's really funny because it's a motion-sensitive door, so it does slide open, but it wasn't because you knocked on it.
Why is it because I knocked on it?
You think it's because you knocked on it, but the door
Right.
slides wide open.
Mercury looks up at the motion sensor.
Grace stands in the hallway and prepares alongside Begolji to block anything coming down this path.
Begolji is going to hand Grace one of the spears.
She'll take the spear.
Also, Grace, remember, whatever comes out of these pipes you probably don't want to breathe in.
Yeah, that's why I've got this. And she taps the car muffler.
Oh boy, I sure could use one of those.
Just cover your mouth.
Jonah injects one of his roses into the spear, absorbs some of the gas into it,
Oh,
and sets a secret action.
Ooh!
that sounds fun.
Interesting.
Okay. And as Jonah does this, Begolji senses the elevators start moving once more, and Renegade and Sebastian step into the quarantine zone.
Alright, she figured out how to operate the elevator. So we have approximately, 2-ish to 5-ish minutes. Anybody want to take bets how long it will take?
Grace
Oh,
just
sure,
uses
it
the
would.
spear to mark in a time on the side of the wall. I'm going 2 minutes 45.
This is Oh, you're
When
right.
are
You're
you
right.
gonna start running?
Gonna try to keep up with her.
You see a little operating table with dream pills on it.
Fitting. I'm gonna jump over the table.
And Renegade, you softly come into contact with the Nocturne.
And so it just slides right after her.
You wake up laying on the floor. Here.
Hands, feet.
Heart.
Sebastian. Hearts. Check. Phones.
Phones, I got this out just in case. Already ready to speed dial June.
Okay. Start walking. Speed. Mom in the mall. Speed walking.
As you come to this point, you see a large room, what looks to be an observational chamber, as you might imagine an operating room might have. And in front of you, almost like without any sort of emotion, just, one moment there's nothing, and then after another moment, she is there.
Looks to Renegade and just, the floor is yours.
We are not alone. Why did you come here, Renegade Styx?
Honestly, um, didn't have a lot of choice. We're kind of in a tough situation right now.
Then leave your tough situation to those who are awake.
Well, if those who are awake do not handle the situation well, it will leave us when we wake back up to deal with it, and
You are working with Electros. Please leave.
Kind of looks to Renegade as if, like,
Renegade's face is pure rage.
kind of puts a hand on her shoulder.
I will not ask again. You are a danger. Please leave.
Renegade just shakes her head. We are not working with Electros of our own free will. He is a manipulative son of a bitch, and we do not intend to hurt them. We are intending to kill him. At least I am.
I want to kill him too, if that's any.
Thank you.
But also, we're not alone. We've been doing everything we can to protect the children. And I think there's someone that would like to talk to you.
She tilts her head, as if all the words you just said to her didn't connect. You've ignored my request. Very well. Sweet dreams.
As she was saying what she did, Sebastian had hit the speed dial to call June.
Okay, the phone rings. It picks up. Hello, Sebastian?
June, I need your help. We're trying to get Rachel.
Where are you?
Can you come to this nocturne?
I don't know what that is. Where is that?
We're in Star Road.
I'll do my best.
And Rachel, June, if this phone call at any point turns off, then immediately call this phone number I'm about to give you and ring it once.
Okay. Cole, come over here. She's like, pay attention to this number. I'm not good at numbers.
My boy!
And Sebastian will start to rattle off Mercury's phone number.
And Cole will record Mercury's phone number.
I will set up my hype man ability. He will stick close to Renegade, so he's not gonna move.
Good choice.
We're not alone. He's gonna spend a learning point.
Of course.
Oh, damn it.
And I'm not gonna tell you what she did.
Yeah, of course not.
On top of that, Sebastian, Renegade, you start feeling an overwhelmingly dizzy feeling. Both of you at the exact same time. Your pulse is speeding up. You're starting to have a heart attack. Can both of you roll bravery rolls?
Okay, you're
Sebastian is going to grab Renegade and kiss her.
What?
Add another d6, Cat.
okay.
Wonderful.
That-
All right. You both rolled the same number. You both take 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can see why that would have been bad.
You are starting to feel overwhelmingly dizzy. The world is spinning around you. That's funny. You see stars.
Renegade, recovering from that.
Double recovery.
Cheesy bastard. Okay, we're pulling out Act 2. Renegade's just gonna, like, slap herself in the face. Yep. Oh, exploding dice. I'm full health, actually.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna move a little forward, and that's gonna be my turn.
At the end of your turn, at the top of the staircase, both of you smell a waft of cotton candy. A red gate opens up, and in a whirlwind of tickets, steps out Heartbreak Wonderland.
Yes!
June.
She's just trying to, like, see what the fuck is going on in this room.
Give me a precision roll, please. We're Not Alone isn't the only one here. Through the observation windows, on the cot inside the room, you see someone laying down.
Baby!
Baby.
Baby!
Sebastian? You still have the line open to June, right?
Yes.
She's gonna say, "What do you want me to do?"
Can you talk through it? Through heartbreak?
No?
Fuck.
Why didn't you put the phone on speaker?
That's what I'm gonna do right now. But also, help us just in case we need to get out of here.
We're Not Alone looks up the top of the stairs, looks at the other two of you. What are you playing at?
He puts the phone on speaker and he looks at We're Not Alone. I just want to protect all of you.
Rachel, if you're there, if any part of you is still there, please trust them. and she's going to attempt to make a brains be brains roll. Oh lord. Let's see how this goes. We're Not Alone shakes her head and doesn't seem to move in the slightest.
And I will set a new secret action.
We're Not Alone is going to spend a learning point.
Oh god.
We're Not Alone, I can tell you this one because she's going to be using it immediately. This is going to drop her Bizarre Field by 1. She is going to use Reverse Drugs. Whenever she
Reverse
affects
drug?
you with some sort of drug, she may impose the opposite effect instead. So, she's going to use that Bizarre Field point to take 2 attacks at you this turn. The first being that she is going to use the reverse of Adrenaline to make both of you sluggishly slow. I'll need a brains roll, please.
Oh god. And it's surprisingly good for Renegade.
It is surprisingly good, but that's not good enough. Yeah, Renegade, your movement's going to be limited to 5 feet. Sebastian, however, you're fine. After that, she's going to use the reverse effects of morphine.
Oh, dear lord.
Everything that affects you is going to be excruciatingly painful! Oh! Yeah, both of you immediately feel crippling pain as if standing itself was painful. Sebastian, you take 9. Renegade, you take 8.
This might be activating my secret action, technically.
What's your trigger?
If it feels like We're Not Alone is trying to kill us with drugs again, the hormone talisman I planted on Renegade will spark to life and heal/protect her.
Okay, 1d6 plus brains. That's very basic. Ooh. Yeah, Renegade heal for 4 as Sebastian's talisman.
I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Stark.
And then We're Not
Hold
Alone
on.
floats back in front of the window and holds her arms out to either side protectively. I don't think she can hear me, Sebastian.
All the other children, have them join in. They may not have known her as long or as good as you, just... If anything, maybe all the voices.
You hear a voice on the other side of the phone like, hey, I don't know you very well, lady, but we're not enemies. We're your friends. You can fit right in here. There's lots of room.
My boy.
June whips the phone around. You hear in the distance, yee-haw.
Promise.
And the other ones can't really talk real well because Mitch is gaming and Kelly's Kelly, but
You two are doing great.
thank you, Renegade.
You're doing amazing.
Heartbreak Wonderland will not advance. However, it will hold out a ticket in its hand. Politely.
There's a window here, like where We're Not Alone is standing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this also a window?
Yep.
Okay. We can try to wake her up.
Yeah. We could.
Do you want me to?
I believe in you.
5 feet's all I need to jump in the slingshot, Tally!
Oh man, so you're slingshotting?
Yeah,
At the window? Which one?
that window.
That window. We're Not Alone's gonna drop the last point of her Bizarre Field.
Oh boy.
To
That's
use
what I
the
thought she'd do.
ability in which, if I drop the full Bizarre Field, I can counter your action immediately.
Okay. She's trying to counter me? I'm just gonna proc my secret action. Renegade was using herself as a distraction, and there are 3 slingshots on the Act 2. So while she's distracting We're Not Alone, Renegade was using the opportunity to slingshot Sebastian through the opposite window.
There seems to be a flash of power in the room as We're Not Alone spends her last 2 learning points,
Oh no, last 2.
which allows you to make a new ability not related to the previous ones.
Mm-hmm.
Her last ability is that she can attack you with anything that is star-shaped. And all throughout the room begin to glow stars.
Oh boy.
As Renegade goes flying forwards out of the slingshot, one of these stars from the sky up above you, lights coming down that you hadn't seen before, illuminating the room, flies at you like a spinning disc and slams into Renegade, knocking her to the side. But it didn't matter. Renegade was just the distraction. As Sebastian goes flying for the other window, crashing through and breaking his way into the captivity, holding Rachel.
Sebastian kind of, as he comes crashing through the window, lands and cracks his head. Hey, Rachel, you're not alone anymore.
That was a really good line.
And he's gonna walk up and try to pick her up and breathe and channel a lot of Haman into her.
Okay. You put your hands on her. She's not hurt. She's actually perfectly fine. Well, to an extent. She's kind of on death's door. She's been having all of her nutrients supplied to her via We're Not Alone for a long time.
Fuck. Alright. I've got you, Rachel. June,
Yeah,
I've got her.
what do you want me to do with that?
Get Heartbreak over to me as quickly as possible.
Can do.
He's currently holding Rachel very protectively.
We're Not Alone turns around and her face contorts, the normally emotionless, placid expression turning into a scowl. A look of rage on her face as she sees you coming even within an inch of Rachel.
I will protect her.
All the stars in the area swirl around you, Sebastian. They seem to be whirling like a whirlwind, serrated, made of light and gold. They spin and spin in circles around you. We're Not Alone raising a singular hand upwards, causing the whirlwind to increase in velocity.
I'm not going to let him hurt anyone else.
You will leave.
Not without her.
Then you will die.
I will die protecting her.
All the stars are gonna glance into you, Sebastian, in one ultimate attack.
He's going to use one of his new hormone abilities. He's going to counter using the wind that is being kicked up by these stars. He's going to open up his talismans, breathe, and let them start to fly in the wind and create a barrier around himself with them.
Okay, she'll roll power.
Exploding! Die!
Oh, it's exploding?
Yes!
You get your bronze to that. You get your bronze to that.
Ah, the stars glance against the human shield, blocking all the damage. We're Not Alone flits out of existence and flickers back into life, encompassing Rachel and attempting to block you, but unbeknownst to it, you're not a stand. It can't touch you.
Aw,
Oh.
he doesn't understand.
At this point, Heartbreak Wonderland is gonna move around the back, take an elbow to this window in the back, and crash through the back of the observation
Hell
chamber.
yeah.
Heartbreak Wonderland then takes the ticket, looks at Sebastian as if, what the heck do I do?
Give it to Rachel!
Heartbreak will then attempt to force the ticket into Rachel's hand.
Reroll. Bizarre point.
Ah, right.
Yes.
I forgot this is
Feeling
something that
down.
we could do. It's been so long. Ah. And it succeeds by 1.
Oh my lord.
Heartbreak Wonderland places the ticket, wraps it around Rachel's unconscious hand. We're Not Alone starts to melt, streaks like watercolor running down the sides of its body, bits and pieces of its visuals disappearing, and all you get is the angry scream as it leaves.
We'll protect you, Rachel.
One by one, the stars start to go out.
Ren, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty good.
Great. June, how is it over there?
There isn't anything over here.
Rachel, are you awake?
She's
Can you hear us?
unconscious, breathing very faintly. And guys, you black out. And now we're gonna deal with the other side of things.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Begolji. One by one, at each of your crocodiles. Along the way. First the entrance door. Then in the main hall. Then down further. The blue gate. You hear footsteps coming.
This whole time, Begolji is going to be, with the hollow spear, slowly chipping away at the floor to make sure that the pipe's exposed.
Alright. Grace and Jonah, you're watching the end of the hallway, yes?
Yes. I'm wondering if they go for the door.
At the end of the hallway, you swear you see eyes gleaming in the dark.
Secret action time.
Yep. I'm going to activate mine. Remember that rose I had filled full of the gas? I put it right here, with the trigger being if the enemy walks past it, it will launch at them and inject them with the gas.
Okay. I'm not even gonna roll. She takes it. It injects into the back of her, and the gas starts spewing in, and she just grabs it and plucks it out like... Jonah, is that you? What are you playing at?
Oh, cut the act, Mercedes. We know.
Act! What are you doing? You went radio silent? Did something happen down here? All I heard was a horrid crackle.
Cut the crap, Mercedes. We know about Electros. We knew what happened here, and we know you're involved.
She takes a step forward. Jonah, I don't know what you're talking about. I just came down here to... She holds up a hand. Hold on. This isn't some stand bullshit, is it? I'm talking to you, right?
Of course you're talking to me. You lost communications because we found out about your little charade.
She looks panicked for a moment. How do I know that's really you?
I show her the star birthmark.
What if whatever's down here is a shapeshifter? You're not making any sense. What's going on?
For fuck's sake. Give it up, Mercedes! We know everything.
What? You've lost your damn mind, Jonah.
Can I get any insight off of Mercedes if she's bullshitting me or not?
Please. Roll a precision. And I'll roll it versus the antagonist.
Don't tell me you don't know.
Sorry, is plain English not something you speak? No, I don't know what you're going on about, and frankly, if you don't need help, I'm just going to back out. And she holds her hands up and leave, right?
Hold up. I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay, as you take a step towards her, still holding the sword, she looks at you, her eyes narrow, she turns, and she sprints.
Mercedes, wait! I will tell you what's going on.
She runs away. Begolji, you hear her run past the checkpoint, and you hear her run back out to the elevator. And Sebastian and Renegade, you wake up.
What's that?
Whew. You good?
Yep, I'm... Let's see. Heart, check. Body parts, check. Extreme amount of nausea. Check.
Check.
Rachel. Check.
Check. Renegade will lean over and kiss him on the cheek and heal him.
You said I was the cheesy bastard.
You're the one saving me from a heart attack with a kiss.
Begolji, can you stop that elevator?
Is she on the elevator yet?
Yeah, she gets on the elevator.
Okay. Yes, definitely not letting the elevator go up.
You hear on the other side, God damn it, what's wrong with this thing?
We need to figure out another way out of here. We cannot let him get her.
Is there somewhere we can sneak her out?
Uh,
I'm gonna pick up the girl.
yeah.
You pick up Rachel. She's very thin, very frail.
We need to get her. Not with him. I told them I would. I talked a big game. Now I have to actually back it up.
Mercury,
Yeah.
we've got a situation.
And that is.
We're trying to get her to return, but Mercedes came and ran, thinking
So
that
why
we had gone nuts.
So why are you trying to make a return?
Because I don't think she knows about her involvement. And when she gets here, we can try to do whatever you need to verify that. If she returns here, but...
Ding dong.
I'm gonna need a lot of verification for that. Oh, good! You're not dead!
Yes.
Not dead. We're not alone. Is really angry, but we've got a Rachel.
Are you
We need
too
a
good?
second.
Oh my goodness. Alright, good.
We
Is
need
that-
a different way out of here.
I lean against the wall with totally anime style with the Rose of Sharon copying me.
Wait a minute. There might be a way we can get out of here.
How?
The pipes. If we can get down into the crawl space or whatever underneath, we can follow those to a sewer system, possibly. Follow the sewage pipes.
Well, I suppose it's not a bad idea, but...
So you're suggesting that we just excavate a hole straight through the ground?
Yes.
The elevator moves back up. It reaches the top, and she leaves.
Well, update for you two. Mercedes came down here, didn't know what the fuck was going on, ran away thinking that Jonah went insane.
It's possible that she's acting.
Yeah, that's when
It's
I...
being
that's
really
when I
damn
thought.
It was
convincing
a-
acting.
Awfully convincing, yes.
Yes, it didn't seem false on my end, but of course, I could be wrong.
I mean, you lived with her. She's your sister. I don't know how much that merits.
Hmm.
From what I've seen, she seems truthful.
Alright, Mercury's gonna throw out this, crazy accusation of JoJo. It's not a monologue action.
It's not a monologue action?
It's not a monologue action, I'm just proposing the idea. I mean... I suppose it's possible that maybe she has multiple personalities? That's a thing? That's a thing that people get.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also keep in mind, both of you two, that it's quite plausible that her stand has been acting out on its own. After all,
Or-
Here's another idea, and hear me out on this.
Second.
If this CEO was able to take these nightmare stands and put them into something else, who's to say he couldn't possibly take memories and then put them back in later?
Wait a second, I've just had a realization. She was used for a requiem experiment. The requiems can exist outside a body without the body's help. She could have no idea what's going on, have no idea she produced a requiem.
Fair.
I suppose it's possible.
hmm.
In which case,
But how could she possibly not be aware of the arrow?
we should take some precautions perhaps in securing Mercedes?
But the biggest point right now is that we have to get Rachel out of here and protect her.
Yeah, that's the best.
That is
that's
the big-
highest priority.
Yes, I agree. We'll deal with Mercedes later.
Just,
How we're gonna do that? That's the question.
I don't know. We could try to get underneath this building and go and follow the pipes if that's even possible. We could.
Begolji, you hear something?
Somebody else has entered the elevator.
Someone else enters the elevator, and you just hear a rapping on the side of the elevator. Dink, 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 dink.
Does it sound like Morse?
No. These heavy-set footsteps. They're solid, polished. You know these footsteps.
Oh boy.
Right.
I know you can hear me down there. I know what your stand does. Now, I don't very much appreciate you scaring my daughter like that. What game are you playing at, JoJo? Now, I know you can't respond, and that's perfectly fine. I understand your disdain for the matter.
Jonah,
In all honesty, I'm glad that you've all likely figured it out by now. I didn't want to have to explain everything to you all myself. This was much easier. Jonah! I think it's time I came clean to you. It's something in time that could prove incredibly fruitful. So please, come up and talk to me. It would make your father proud.
Oi, Jonah.
Begolji, if you don't hear from me in about 10 minutes, drop that elevator to hell.
Wait a second, Jonah. Did he mix the two of us up? When he was talking to my stand, it sounded like he should have been talking directly to you.
Probably because he knows that I'm hearing for your stand, probably.
That doesn't really seem
Don't
like
you
something...
recall when we were checking in that a certain somebody had mixed the two of us up?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Clever, clever man.
I'm sorry.
So do you think that the real Edwin is somewhere else and that one up there is an imposter? And that they've gotten you and me switched up?
How else could it be possibly switched the two of us up?
Yeah, how would you not
Right.
say, hey Begolji, tell this to JoJo?
Wait, if that's not him,
That wasn't Mercedes.
And that's why there was no deceit.
and then they're not really in any real danger, are we?
No, we still
No.
are.
We are.
Say no, man, did you?
We are...
It's possible, however, that Mercedes is the real one who doesn't know what the hell's going on. And
Can one of you
First,
monologue this, please?
Just because you wanna tell us that we're correct?
Just please monologue it. One of
I
you.
think it's
Okay.
only natural that Begolji do it.
Yes.
only natural.
So, if they somehow mix up the two of us, the only plausible reasoning for that is that that's not the real Speedwagon, and that's not the real Mercedes that are up there. The real Speedwagon and the real Mercedes are elsewhere. They've just sent in imposters to take their place.
That's your monologue?
Yes.
You're dead wrong.
Ooh.
Begolji. You are shaken
Nice.
against
Oh no.
Electros Speedwagon.
But that's just too silly, isn't it? I can't believe I actually thought that.
Sebastian is like putting talismans charged with hormone all over Rachel. Just, nope, not letting him take her.
You're... Oh my god.
Doing a little hum.
Grace helps. What, it's something to pass the time?
I'm also paranoid. It's a possibility.
I thought you were going to say you're a parent.
I kind of am.
Will you come with me to confront him?
Perhaps today really is my unlucky day. Yes, Jonah, I will stick with you.
Do you want us to stay down here and wait just in case?
Stay down here and figure out another way out. Get your priority. Don't worry about me and Begolji. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, you have helped me find out what happened to my mother. Your job has been completed. Right now, your priority is getting Rachel out of here to safety. Me and Begolji will do what we can to buy you time. Whatever you need to do, even if you have to blow this place sky high, do what you need to do.
Yes, Test to see if that gas is flammable.
Keep him safe, Begolji.
To the best of my
Jonah,
abilities.
pull Sebastian in for a hug.
Good, you did that. And when you do that, Sebastian's gonna pat Jonah on his back. Breathe a little bit of hormone just to test the theory, hopeful that Jonah's not a vampire
He's
or has any type on him.
He's not.
Wow.
And I'm gonna set a new third seeking action.
Mercury walks over and says, "I don't care what you two say. I'm going up with you."
Oh, that's a surprise.
Good to know you're standing with us, Mercury.
I guess
Well-
us three will stay back here and guard the girl until we know the coast is clear.
Girl squad.
Mercury jokingly puts his hand on Jonah's shoulder, and I say, "Well, what can I say? You two were my third and fourth friends."
That's very kind of you to say.
Wait, who is your first and second then?
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute. Does that mean I'm 6? God damn it.
Who's?
Wait, does that mean I'm
Wait, then
2?
who's 5?
I thought... No.
Cole.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably Cole.
Yeah. Cole is in a separate category.
None of you go dying on me, got it? I expect all of you to come back alive.
Even me?
That'd be a miracle.
As alive as you are currently.
Shrugs.
Not a heap in the fucking middle of nowhere.
And Mercury, if I had to say anything, you're just as alive as any of us.
Well, thanks.
The 3 unprotected girl squad head back to the entrance of Star Road Research Facility. They ride the elevator up, and they return to the entrance of Star Road.
Alright, let's get to the bottom of this already. Once and for all.
Aye. Let's finish this.
You open the door, and you see Edwin there standing, with his arms to the side, very passively, very calmly. He holds his hand out to the side, and out of the shadows of a survey tent steps a form, stepping underneath the eaves of the tent and out into the light.
That's quite a nice suit that you got there, Mr. Electros.
So I am to assume that all of you are on the same page. Yes.
I believe so.
You set things up pretty well down there.
Jonah draws his sword in answer.
Please.
We'd have to be quite a couple of idiots to not be able to piece things out together after everything we'd read.
He holds his hand up to Jonah.
Did I not ask you to reconsider? You must listen to what I have to say at least first before raising arms against me.
You will die what you have done. But I will listen first.
Mercedes looks around. Jonah, it's still us. It's still Dad and me.
It's something that you could potentially want to invest in, my boy. I'm sure you've guessed so far that we strive to solve an incredibly difficult problem. But it's one that I believe you could help us see to the end. If things go in the correct direction, it could prove incredibly fruitful to all of humanity.
We're not some sort of monsters.
Did you better speak quickly?
Well, it's my specialty, my boy. For you see, we seek to raise ourselves, humans, what have you, upwards, to seek the next step in evolution. To find the world in which we can live, not as beings that have to fear the light, but as people that can strive to be better than ever before.
What do you mean, fear the light?
I thought you knew everything, my boy.
I have my suspicions, but I want to hear you say it.
And as he says this, shadowy forms come out from underneath the eaves of the buildings, peeking their heads around. Mr. Electros looks over at Mercedes, nods, folds his hands, and looks towards Jonah.
A being of the dark. A vampire.
Mercury crosses his arms.
Mercedes says out the name, Red Skies Above. And behind her appears a stand. And from the stand emanates a whirling red light that swirls around the two of them and goes up into the sky. Clouds of red, blotting out the sun that was starting to crest on the horizon. The shadowy figures from underneath the eaves step out all around you. Some out of the
Okay,
tents.
this is cool.
We, he holds his hand out, are seeking to save humanity. And I want you to be at my side, my boy. As the new CEO of Star Road.
This is the one and only branching path in the story of Star Road now.
Oh.
You may take Edwin's hand here, or you may leave it. The story's end will drastically change. Please choose wisely.
Mr. Electros, your actions cost not only my mother, but countless others their lives. The loss of the lives of innocents is the cost of what you wish to bring about. I will stand as the CEO of the Star Road Company, but it won't be by your side. No, I will seize control at your funeral! Now have at you!
He shakes his head. That was amazing, by the way, Adam.
Badass.
You truly won't walk this path with me. Do you realize the potential for all of humanity that you're giving up on? Infinite life, protection from disease or decay, power beyond that of a normal human, and if my research completes with no known weaknesses whatsoever, I will offer you one final time, Jonah. Will you not join me in making humanity stronger than it's ever been before?
Jonah takes one step forward. Stars do not shine on the path of darkness.
From the sound of it, you aren't proposing a cure for humans. You're proposing a cure for humanity. As one who long ago lost his, your path is that of an idiot.
He raises his hand up, and a faint glow of electricity shocks around his fingertips, and he pulls them apart, the Jacob's ladder arcing in between his index finger and middle finger. He shakes his head.
You were the best, Jonah. You too, Mercury. And, well, I didn't really know you very well, but Begolji, your research was incredible, so why? You turn your head at such an opportunity.
I do not wish to share my motives with a stuffed suit like you. I've never even liked you.
She holds her hand out as well. Please, Jonah, don't leave us behind.
Leave you behind, Mercedes. This is my answer. I turn my back and walk back in. Come along, you two. We have a defense to plan.
And hold on, Jonah, because before you can enter, Mr. Electros arcs his hand out towards you, and the lightning glances off of it and flies towards you. I believe this activates a secret action.
Is that mine?
I think it's yours.
Well. There was a secret action that was sent, let's see, the beginning of October.
Okay.
Let's just
Let's
play.
just activate it.
Sweet.
Yep.
He arcs his hand towards you, the lightning flies from his fingertips, and... sound of a rifle firing from the building
Oh my god.
behind him.
What?
As a man
Yes.
stands up atop it.
Yes!
Holy shit!
The bullet flies through Edwin's suit from one side of his body to the other. And Mercury, if you could please roll 3d6 plus brains.
Yes!
Unopposed, because he couldn't have seen this coming. Edwin looks down. And then looks back up to the top of the roof. Mercedes steps away, all of the vampire Speedwagon guards simply shrinking away from the attack. All of them, reflexively, Mercedes as well. Mr. Electros looks up.
My most passionate servant.
He says, brushing the bullet off of his coat, a hole in his side slowly filling back in with flesh.
Why do you raise arms against your god?
Kenzie smiles.
Looking for a cure to vampirism? The enlightened one? Seems like you've taken it all for yourself. I found enlightenment elsewhere.
He says, smoke trailing from the gun. Wait, not the gun. His hand.
Unlike you, I have repented for my sins. That was a bullet, blessed with his holy light. A Haman-infused bullet. And it seemed to have no effect on you, Mr. Electros.
His fingers crumble away from the gun, and the smoke starts rising further.
I'm going to miss that hand. But I needn't concern myself. The Lord's hand will guide me now. You should know better, Paul. You're one of the few of us that got into the city. Past that blasted Joestar and his little light-flinging friend. I've seen everything that technique has to offer. Thanks to my research, your little breathing tricks will have no effect on me anymore.
Edwin reaches into his pocket and pulls out his air freshener. He tilts the spray bottle backwards, and the side that's been always expertly hidden from you, it's a label! And the label reads, F4-NG. The experimental brew you found in Jorgen's
my God.
basement.
Wait a minute, is it a red spray bottle?
Oh.
It's blue-tinted glass. You couldn't tell. Mackenzie looks over, his sunglasses flashing, and beneath you can see the faintest hint of red eyes.
Mercury,
Yeah.
get out of here. Get out of the city. Into a forest somewhere without concrete or light posts. Take these folks with you. I'll hold them off.
Bizarre point. I told everyone to come up.
Yeah, sure.
Ding dong!
I'll give it to you.
Oh, this is so cool! So good! So good!
Mackenzie seems to be letting you go. Everyone in the elevator comes up. All the vampires seem to be backing away. As Mackenzie jumps down onto the lower platform, clicking his rifle.
Mercury motions everyone forward. And, I'm gonna make everyone weightless so we can jump away.
Pagan, fly!
Before we do, I say, well, everyone, that's number one.
Mr. Electros raises his hand, and as you notice, all of the vampires around had automatic rifles aimed at you, but they lower them. He has his attention set on Mackenzie.
Just for a split second, because it's very relevant, I wrote over here and I set it our secret action.
Okay.
Mr. Electros, or Edwin Electros, is it?
Electros Speedwagon.
Electros Speedwagon. My bad. Before we go, does the name Brando mean anything to you?
As you've revealed yourselves as enemies, I think we're past the point of sharing information, don't you? But I'll tell you one more thing, just as a passing gift. I know that name. I know it well.
She's been looking for you.
As she should be. I am the path to salvation.
I think you're thinking for a different reason than what I was suggesting.
And Electros turns back around and focuses on Mackenzie. Mercedes just kind of wild-eyed, looking left, looking right, looking over at the group, like, holds a hand out towards Jonah. You're not actually going to leave, are you?
I disown you.
I make everyone weightless.
Do we want to go a little bit faster?
I think people can easily get to the parking lot as you just fly backwards over the top, instead of using the pathway, just over the top of Star Road.
As I'm leaving, I give Mackenzie a nod.
Star Road below.
He smiles.
As we leave, I'll leave a normal rose at Mercedes' feet.
It lands in front of her feet, and she looks down at it, looks back up at you flying away, reaches down and picks it up.
There are tears in Jonah's eyes.
Hers as well. She takes the rose in her hands, and instead of continuing the fight, sits down on the side of the surveillance car and just holds the rose.
And I assume no one else tries to attack us as we flee.
No one tries to attack you. As Soul Dracula flies over with the blood canister and hands it to Mackenzie.
Boss says, kick some ass.
He grabs the canister with his fangs and starts to suck in the blood viciously.
Nice.
Soul Dracula flies back away. And dark forms arise from the floor around him. Shadowy people wielding umbrellas. Well, Eleanor, looks like this could be our last stand. But it is the path of the righteous, to keep fighting even when there is no hope left. But we will be their hope. He smirks, the upper half of his arm beginning to crumble. I don't have much time left to tango, Mr. Electros. Let's make this dance quick. Mr. Electros grips his fists in anger.
Fool. You could have had it all. Endless life. Sunlight immunity. You've thrown it all away for the likes of them. We are the superior species, Paul. Yet you put yourself on their level.
Mackenzie snorts as all of his shadowy people take out silenced pistols and aim them at Electros, at his vampires. He taps a cross pendant strung over his rifle, smiling.
May God give me strength.
Everybody else flies back to the parking lot.
As the party flees, Jonah turns towards where they just came from, and upon the ground lays a bouquet of roses he was going to use to attack if they were attacked. Thank you, Mackenzie. He walks away.
To think, he tried to kill us recently.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone.
Hurry up! We need to make good use of the time he's giving us.
Yeah.
He jumps into a car.
Hold on. Wait, we should...
Grace?
We need
now's
enough
the
room to
time.
lay her out. That's the thing.
Right.
She can come with me in Renegade. I have room in the back of my car.
Sounds good to me.
Just means that you need to stick with, like, Begolji and Jonah.
I'll go with Jonah.
Come on, Grace. We must hurry.
Well,
She'll hop
yes,
in
I'm
the
with you, Begolji.
Alright.
I'm gonna punch the ground right, my feet right here to make what was essentially a rose landmine.
Okay.
If the enemy comes through here, they'll step on it and get just fucking shredded by a bunch of roses.
Okay.
Seth will, like,
I want to know how that works.
Renegade.
It's JoJo.
How does it work? It's JoJo. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Anywhere but here.
Somewhere foresty, without concrete, without light.
And then we can discuss where to go to next.
Exactly.
And then next, and then next. And then maybe one day we could stop running.
I will not rest until I stand upon that bastard's grave.
I hope you all like camping.
As you start to pull out of the lot, news reports start to crackle in. Lots of news reports. Monsters coming out of the eaves and the dark parts of the city. As you leave Star Road now, you can see the sky starting to darken. Red clouds begin swirling in an ominous cyclone above you. Despite that, under orders to get as far away from the industrial world as possible, you manage to drive the 30 minutes to the Great Bridge of China without incident. The one direction that leads out of the city. Out of Electros. All around you, the lights of Electros become unnerving, the red color of the sky clashing viciously off their off-blues and pinks. Nonetheless, you arrive.
Along the way, Jonah stops at a certain place and gets a change of clothes. A black suit instead of a white one.
Oh!
Well, it's a good thing I made sure to pack spare clothes for us before we left.
Because remember what I said about Jonah's white suit? He will not wear anything else until he finds out what happened to his mother.
Hell yeah.
Now this black suit, he won't wear anything else until he gets revenge.
That's great. That's legit great.
That's really cool.
Okay. As you get there, the reports seem to be that these monsters are attacking places, citizens. People are going mad in the streets of Electros. There's an air of unease all around you as you ride in near silence. Communications open between your vehicles via phone.
How's everyone else holding up?
Sebastian, how's Rachel back there?
She's fine. Breathing.
She's
Good.
very
Sebastian's driving. Don't ask him.
Yeah.
Right. Mercury, Begolji, are you okay over there?
Same so.
I turn towards Grace. How are you holding up?
As well as I can be. I'm just gonna try and keep everyone alive.
Thank you.
And
Grace, sorry to drag you into this mess.
her eyes go wide as she's looking past you, Jonah. Up the side of the window.
I glance the direction she was looking.
You see something out the side of the car. It's matching your speed. Effortlessly. No, that's impossible. You're going at 100 kilometers an hour at least!
Trying to escape me, Jonah?
You hear a crackle over the car's radio.
Your pesky little priest barely held his own for a minute. That won't do at all. You went to this bridge. You chose this. And you'll perish, just like your father and his plucky little friend before. In the same exact spot.
Now's not the time for this. But I assure you, I will be back soon. For my mother, for my father, for everyone else you've hurt, you son of a bitch! I will return. Now's not the time for this.
Return!
Mark my words.
Jonah, my boy! I am your father. I make the rules. We're having this conversation now.
Suddenly, at the end of the bridge, something shimmers. There's no way. That's impossible. It's A skyscraper? Right in the middle of the Great Bridge of China. There's no way to avoid it. You're heading right for it.
Break!
I want to know what there is.
What's that?
I'm gonna make all of our cars weightless, and I'm going to direct gravity so we sail around it.
Well, unfortunately, that's not
No?
good enough right now.
Oh,
Because out of the skyscraper, black spots start crawling out of the windows, climbing down the side.
Oh, you're fucking
Hundreds
kidding me.
of them. The
Yeah,
building
yeah,
was
that-
not empty. They leap out the window and onto the concrete, holding what seems to be automatic rifles. And stand. Your side disappears, and the front door opens. And a man in a brilliant purple suit steps out onto the bridge. The stand then, from the car, comes over and poses menacingly next to Mr. Electros.
My stand has no weaknesses, JoJo.
You hear over the radio.
You won't be able to get out of this city alive.
That's fucking awesome.
Now
That is
everybody,
good.
let's get a little bit of this.
Oh shit, we're doing this now.
God.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
Alright.
luckily,
I thought we were approaching the end, so I closed Renegade Sheet. No.
Begolji, you're in the front, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. You're shaking, he's attacking you, you can't counter this. The wires from the front of your steering wheel jolt out and shock you, causing you to lose control of the car. You take 16,
Oh.
as well as a critical injury. Begolji?
Okay, arm gone.
Yeah, your arm just shocks, sputters, and falls off. Begolji's being electrocuted right next to you. Mercury.
Well, everyone, how's about you say we go for a swim?
Sounds good to me.
Then the vampire to the side. So how the vampire turns work is after every single turn, a vampire will get to take a turn. So this one will run up, take out its rifle, and is going to attempt to pop the wheels on Begolji's car.
Where we're going, we don't need wheels.
Can you roll 3d6 for car durability?
3d6.
Double gold.
That's an
How's
escalation.
that?
Oh no.
Yeah, take this.
again.
Take my rolls.
Yeah. All 4 of your tires are bursted. All of them.
Shit.
On rims.
Begolji's car starts to
Sparky.
sputter and gets dangerously close to hitting Jonah's car out of the way. Sebastian.
Mercury, I'm putting my trust in you. I swap my initiative with Mercury.
Okay.
Oh, alright. Are cords still shocking Begolji?
Yeah, he's being electrocuted. They're not stopping.
Well, now thinking about it, I'm not sure if going in the water is a good idea,
Electricity.
Abandoned ship.
because we're still in the cars. So,
Abandoned ship.
we could abandon ship. So, I'm going to grab Begolji and try and switch places with him, so the wires aren't shocking him.
Okay, you do so. You swap places.
Sweet. Hey everyone. Let's drive off, jump out of our cars, I make us weightless, fly away. How's that sound?
I don't know about you, but I kinda don't want to leave the cars behind.
Fair enough. Then, weightless cars, boats.
Weightless cars!
He can, I don't know, he can probably attack us still.
Can you actually make
Yeah,
our
that's
cars
what I'm
weightless?
saying.
If you can, do that.
Alright, I'm going to make our cars weightless.
Okay, so Mercury, as the driver, we're gonna advance all the cars. You're gonna need to move. Don't stop me now. You get 1 car per turn, okay?
Alright.
So, which car are you starting
let's
with?
I'm gonna start with not this one, because this one I can do as we're falling pretty easily. I'm gonna start this one, because it's closer. Don't stop me now goes to the car. Makes it weightless.
Okay, we're going to need everybody to make a hard left.
Yep.
Hard left?
Hard
Heard.
left.
Just don't hit the skyscraper.
Yoda turns to Grace. Bon voyage.
A vampire at the end of the road pulls out a walkie-talkie, and you don't hear the communications, but it seems to be communicating with Mr. Electros, because he pulls out his own walkie-talkie and listens right in back.
He's right there.
No, sorry. One up in the building. I didn't make that clear.
Oh, okay.
One up in the building. My bad. And then Mr. Electros pulls into his pocket, grabs something, chucks it over the edge, and there's a flash. And right there, without you ever hearing it approach, is a helicopter.
Oh.
I think they know.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, I just realized. Hi, Edwin.
Oh, did you just realize you can communicate with me? Hello. Gotta have a chat.
Hey, bitch.
You're not the talking types. I know that. I get it. Believe me, I understand. But please, can't we just talk things over? I don't want to have to use my weapons of mass destruction on you.
Cars will advance this turn. Are we still hard lefting?
We kinda gotta.
Yeah, we kinda gotta.
We can also do a hard
writing.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, the opposite side of the
All right.
helicopter.
Renegade.
Yeah.
Is your slingshot currently out?
Oh my.
We're gonna go not have her wrap one.
There's 3 cars! There's 3
There's 3 cars!
I think you guys are thinking something different from what I'm thinking, but I have an idea of how to get rid of the helicopter.
Oh no, we're not. We're gonna launch ourselves at the helicopter.
Sebastian pulls out a talisman. Renegade, I need you to launch, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask. One of the bats is gonna bite Renegade and inject the last 10% of blood needed to take
Yeah.
control.
Alright.
You're gonna launch, with your slingshot, one of my hormone lances.
Oh, we're doing this!
Haha.
Okay, where do you want the slingshot? Because it can be within... my range was 50 feet.
Essentially like Renegade leaning out, hold slingshot, and fucking launch it.
So
Yeah?
you're harpooning the helicopter.
We're harpooning the helicopter.
Okay, I'm gonna need Renegade's precision versus helicopter. I'm gonna roll 5d6 for helicopter.
I just get that. And exploding dice, by the way!
Oh my god. Helicopter rolled bad.
Oh my.
Let's exploding dice!
Oh.
Okay, your Haman spear, holy fuck, clinks into the... Wow, okay, I'm gonna do this because this was funny. So not only do you hit the helicopter, you actually skewer the pilot. He
Yes!
perishes on the spot. But the other guy rushes over to assume control. The guy who had been pulling out a rocket launcher, all mind you, so,
Yeah,
he jumps and takes control. You disabled the rocket launcher.
and on top of that, using my secondary, I'm gonna set up a hype man ability.
Okay.
Nice aim, Renegade.
Hey, I mean, I've gotten better at it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Vampire
That
turn.
has been my best thing I've ever done.
What, like kill a pilot through the front window of a helicopter with a spear?
From a car.
That's like a
Dear
steering color.
lord!
Not a warfare.
Remember how we said Renegade was broken?
I think I got a plan to finish that helicopter off.
Well, okay. The vampire army is going to slightly advance. And they are going to open fire on your cars. So this is going to be bullets coming through the windshields on Jonah, Grace, Mercury, and Begolji.
That activates my secret action since he's being attacked. Sebastian snuck a pack of hormone talismans into Jonah's pocket from the hug. Should Jonah not be within 2 squares of Begolji and gets attacked, The talisman shall activate and protect Jonah with hormone protection as best it can.
What the fuck? Okay, Jonah's fine. I don't want to even make you roll. Jonah's just fine.
Actually, Rat, I do want to make a roll, and that is to cover Grace with myself so that she doesn't get peppered with bullets.
I guess.
Get down! Oh god.
Wow, that didn't work at all.
I'm sorry, Grace.
So you took over for Grace, and she could have just durability'd that and probably been better off. She's gonna take 6 from a bullet.
Anyway, what Richard sent me is actually better for like a Mercury thing. Could you make the car hood fly up and block the bullet?
I was gonna do that! I was gonna do that!
Oh my god, yes!
Same wavelength!
Yeah, I was gonna use gravity to make the car hood just go up and shield the bullets.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow your stands to roll. Okay. So both you and Begolji only take 2 each. Begolji, I'm gonna need you to roll your bloody resolve again. 5, so you're still up, but you're bleeding profusely.
Well, there isn't going to be any workshop on Earth that's going to accept this thing after we're done with it.
How far from me to the top of the bridge?
To the top of the bridge, you say?
Are
Let's
you
say
going
100 feet.
That's within my range. I propose Roger Sharon up on top of the bridge.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, you know when I went to the flying trapeze last session?
Yeah?
Roger Sharon does that. It aims the vines directly at the main rotor of the helicopter, entangling them and causing the helicopter to spin out of control.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Precision, please! I'm gonna roll helicopter.
I'm gonna roll helicopter.
There's helicopter.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
a
bad.
surprisingly bad roll.
Surprisingly bad helicopter. Give me
36.
precision.
Hey!
Oh.
Jonah!
Oh!
Kick ass!
Add a d6!
By what? Holy
God
fuck.
damn it.
Jonah, that is awesome as hell. Roses start to entangle their way around the helicopter blade, almost stopping it, but that slices through at the last moment, creating a whoosh of air in a circle around the helicopter.
Scissors beats paper, my boy! You should know this by now.
Mercury, hard left?
Yeah, fuck it. Hard left.
Please just turn it.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect, so...
Yep.
The cars turn a hard left and head right for the helicopter! The one piloting the helicopter turns the helicopter in your direction and meets you head on!
So, it's play chicken with me,
We're having a helicopter chicken fight, my... Yes! Grace is going to use Rhapsody, who earlier had eaten a car!
Yup.
I hope so.
Rhapsody, the size of a car, is going to encapsulate the entire Jonah car and cover it like a suit of armor!
Good token.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Let's put that to
I was
my
gonna say, I hope Rhapsody jumps to the helicopter and eats it.
I wanted Rhapsody to eat the helicopter.
It's massive. It could do that later, but for now it's shielding the car, and as it lets out a gargantuan... Grace holds on tight to the armrests and just grits her teeth.
That's awesome.
Rhapsody, take the wheel!
This vampire at the bottom side is going to take a pot shot at Begolji.
I'm going to safe fall onto the floor of the car, and I'm going to try to hold up my indestructible phone to protect me, so that's going to be a +2.
D6 plus phone.
Nice.
D6 plus phone. Begolji. Bullets
Escalate.
rip through the car, piercing your skin, dealing 5 more damage to you.
Right.
You are at 10 resolve.
I feel like that procs it.
I think that procs it.
What
So-
procs it?
So I asked earlier if this could outright kill Begolji. If Begolji gets hit by a large attack that would outright kill him, the talisman that Sebastian snuck into his shirt and collar when he patted him on the back multiple times throughout this session shall release its hormone and heal him as best it can.
Okay, roll him on healing. 6. So that counteracts the roll, but you're still at 4 resolve. You still need to make a resolve roll beat a 4.
I can beat a 4.
You can do a 4!
Oh god!
Well, he's still up. Barely.
Hey, Mercury!
Yes.
How well do you think I can stand on a car?
Oh boy.
Are you going to parkour?
Parkour!
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Go for it.
Renegade's gonna climb onto the roof of the car.
Grace looks back like, wide-eyed, please don't!
No, I'm not gonna park car. Don't worry.
You're on the
Jonah,
car! Get off the car! Get the fuck in the car!
Oh, hey, Ross, what are we doing?
No, I'm
come
gonna-
here. Oh, you're not going to.
I think she's going to!
No, I'm gonna do it. I don't even need to park car. I'm gonna use my stand to launch myself with the goddamn helicopter.
Oh my god, give me precision.
There's an open
word.
door, correct?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
there was
aiming for that.
an open door here.
Grab the rocket launcher!
Please.
Oh my word.
Impossible roll.
What? What?
What?
Renegade gets slingshotted up. I'm gonna give an opportunity for this vampire to counter that. Whew. The vampire is gonna let go of the steering stick for but a moment and just hold his foot out there and have you slam into his foot. You slam into his foot, you take 6, and you start to fall.
Is there any way I can grab his leg?
Yeah, that might be
Uh-huh.
your only options.
I would get a, I need a bronze roll, Renegade. Bronze beat bronze. You
Ooh,
grab
respectable.
his leg! Barely!
My word.
By 1! Renegade is hanging on, just barely. You can see her flapping at the edge of the helicopter.
Is there any way I can pull him out and grab the helicopter?
Not in this turn!
Okay, aim for that next turn if I can.
The vampire down here is going to take remote control of the helicopter
Ah!
and turn it facing this way. And the helicopter starts to head this way
Okay.
with Renegade in tow.
Okay. Taking a spear.
Uh-huh.
Metal spear.
Uh-huh.
Crocodile Rock is in the spear.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be throwing it at the helicopter. And I'm going to be hijacking that helicopter with Crocodile Rock.
Oh my word.
Precision
Oh
roll
my
versus
God.
helicopter. Helicopter.
Jesus!
It's surprisingly bad.
Yeah, this helicopter's not rolling well, man.
No!
That's below average. That's
That's
shit.
way below average.
Not good enough as the spear goes sailing and Crocodile Rock falls into the ocean.
I still got more.
I still got more.
You still got I still got more.
I still got more.
Mr. Electros will hold his hand out towards his stand. His stand, blindingly fast, will fly across up to the helicopter,
Ah!
and the whole helicopter will disappear. Renegade,
Shit.
if you don't let go right now, I'm not gonna mince words. This will kill you.
I'm gonna let go.
Renegade starts to fall. And the whole helicopter disappears. Mr. Electros then going to use one of his Bizarre Field points to take another turn. In front of all of the cars, the stand slams its foot down on the concrete. And all along the way, light posts appear. Like a barricade blocking your exit. You're flying right into them.
Hey, I just thought of something just now.
Yeah.
Rhapsody's all over Jonah's car, and his stand is right there.
You're not. You're not
Are you
thinking.
seriously going to redirect gravity to make Rhapsody fly into his stand, dealing massive damage?
Hey, you said how fast he's
I mean,
going.
someone's got to save Renegade, right?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Renegade's
Yeah, no,
fine
we're
if
doing
Renegade's
this.
admitted
We're
here.
doing this. We're totally doing this.
Renegade
Clearly, we're
relaxed
doing
there.
this, right?
We're doing this. We are doing this. Mercury, freaking do it.
Wait, what? Grace looks over at Mercury.
Don't Stop Me Now is also going to go over here. Affect
Grace?
this car now.
I see. Okay.
Brace for impact.
Alright,
I hate this.
let's run over a stand.
Well, Grace, I'll tell you one thing. For us, this is a typical Sunday.
Grace gritting her teeth and like half screaming as you fly towards Edwin's stand.
Grace screaming and Jonah's just like, Yahoo!
Okay, whose idea was this?
Mine.
All right, Wesley, roll 5d6 for Wrecking Ball. I'll roll durability for Edwin. Okay.
That's an above average roll.
So the Rhapsody car slams into him, dealing 15 damage and a critical injury.
Hell yeah!
Rhapsody running over Mr. Electros' stand completely crushes his legs like pancakes. You hear bones snapping.
Tally,
Yeah. What's up?
I just realized something.
What is it?
Oh, hold on. First of all, what's the weather?
What is the weather? It is, well, I mean, it was raining earlier, but it was clear this morning, and now there's red clouds up there from a stand, so what does that mean?
How long is it still raining? Is my question.
Yeah?
Okay. That activates my secret action.
You are,
What?
you are kidding me.
Actually, first of all, am I over the water or am I over the bridge?
You're over the water.
And how high up am I?
Like 30 feet?
Yeah.
Maybe more? Actually, the helicopter. Probably more. Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
more.
Are you seriously going to do what I think you're going to do?
What's the trigger for that?
The trigger was being up at least 70 to 85 feet.
Yeah, you fell from a helicopter. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being near an open door to the outside because of the enemy while it's raining for at least 30 minutes and nobody else can get to Renegade.
Huh?
Renegade.
I'd say that all
I think that works! What?
She sends a text to, Sebastian.
Oh god.
And I have another question. Is there any sort of parking thing attached to the skyscraper?
Parking thing?
Is there a parking somewhere you can park a car or a truck?
There's a rooftop for like up here. That's like, I was gonna say it's a helipad pretty much. Does that count?
Is this be a parking place?
Okay.
There's so many technicalities. What the fuck?
Renegade will allow herself to fall as she sends the text. And from the back of Sebastian's car, with the money that she used from the very first mission that they did with Jonah, the 1 million yen, a trampoline will come out of the back of the car. Act 2 will launch itself off of the trampoline at Renegade, who will coat herself in a bubble solution that she's had on her the entire time, and launch herself at the enemy in a spiked bubble shield. And with the shards of roses falling, she will gather those up in the shield as well, aiming herself at Edwin.
What?
Yeah.
Specific.
Yeah. They have been
That was
setting
the
that
most
up for
specific
a
secret
long
action.
time.
How long ago was that
I'll
set?
help. The roses go into her hands.
So, let me get this straight. A massive trampoline comes out the back of Sab's car.
Yes.
What's launched towards Renegade?
My Act 2 stand.
Ah, so Act 2 uses a
Launch me
trampoline.
at Edwin.
I see. And Act 2 comes over here, launches her, as Renegade coats herself in a spiky bubble solution. What is this about roses?
Originally, it was any shards of glass in the area would get caught in the bubble shield as well.
What about the bouquet of roses from Jonah?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
If
All the
he's
bits of
aiming for
rose.
the shield, they'll get caught up in it.
If you'll let me help, I move all the shards of roses into the bubble.
Of course.
Of course, yes.
So Renegade goes flying at Edwin, yes?
Uh-huh.
Renegade?
Mikey Cannonball.
This has been sent since August 18th.
Can you roll 8d6 plus brains, please?
That's right, if you just paste them.
Word.
Space hormone.
23?
Do I get exploding dice because this is a hormone bubble?
Yes.
That's still 28.
Okay.
You weren't expecting this, were you, Tally?
I don't think
No,
we're
it's just-
How can anyone expect this?
The thing is, the counter to this is... I have one.
Of course you do.
Somehow. Amazingly. Would you consider this rushing at Edwin?
Yeah, it's rushing.
Okay. This activates his villainous action, Dream of a Life Inside. Essentially, a prison cell is going to appear around you as he takes 22.
Shit balls!
I'm gonna roll Resolve.
Fuck him
Oh
up.
my god. Yes. Yes.
He's still up. However, oh my god. Oh my god, he's flattened,
Yup.
and his legs are clearly broken. He falls on his back, coughing and sputtering out blood as this spiked Hamon ball slammed into him, and you notice a thin line of a veil fizzle and dissipate around his body. The veil that was protecting him from Hamon.
Time and time again, this world proves to me that I'm not a fighter.
He wipes blood from his lip.
Well, kid, I think you've earned it. It's the last thing you see before you die.
And since this is happening, Edwin is gonna drop his entire Bizarre Field.
What?
What?
I'm gonna die!
Oh
Renegade to Joe, bro!
word.
No.
1 point of his Bizarre Field dropped to take another turn. Another point of his Bizarre Field dropped to make this next attack an escalation. And the rest of it dropped in order to make sure there's no interference. As he explains his status power to Renegade and Renegade alone, however, most certainly is a bat there.
My stand. Neo Tokyo. Well, you see, power of my stand allows me to win. It has no weaknesses. But that's not the case. Here, you're gonna stop me. You're gonna stop me, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I have to at least make a showing, so I'll let you know its real ability. Neo Tokyo allows me to swap two things that are part of the city. Any two things. No matter what they are. So while you may have won this one fight, I'll just simply bounce back.
And using his 2 attacks. First attack, electricity. Something you know as a pylon comes out of the ground to your side. Electrical wires wrapping their way around you, Renegade.
Renegade.
Huh?
A blinding flash of electricity suddenly appears in front of you, but you don't feel any pain.
Mr. Electros looks up.
And to think, I had the immunity to you, and you had the immunity to me.
So, if you can recall, Renegade originally had Crocodile Rock with her as a safeguard against a heart attack risk when facing off with We Were Not Alone. Crocodile Rock was always there, just in case of an electrical attack made by Mr. Electros.
Oh my god.
That's not the only secret action that was activated, I just realized.
You're right.
Earlier in Star Road, Grace had grabbed scalpels off of the table, fed them to Rhapsody, and will use them to slice at any attack at any target that attempts to use electricity against her, since the cables seem to be countering electric stands. This was designed to counter an electric stand in Star Road. However, she quickly adapts this for the sake of Renegade, as Rhapsody launches over and will attempt to stab Mr. Electros with scalpels from his own facility.
The irony.
Oh, come on, Grace.
Wow. Well, someone can re-roll that, maybe?
Oh my god,
I
you're
know
right.
what-
It's down.
I'm chucking a bizarre. I'll chuck a bizarre point in that. Sure.
Which would put him to 16 out of 18. And as his second action, he will snap his fingers, and the part of sidewalk that he was sitting on will simply vanish along with him.
We're still traveling 100 miles per hour. cars.
Yeah, so about
Yeah.
that.
And there's still a skyscraper there.
Oh, there most certainly is, and Renegade is most certainly in the middle of an entire army of vampires. But
This is where Renegade shines.
This is where.
Yeah.
before we do though, Cat, holy shit! That's secret action. What?
I told you it was
Suck it up.
ridiculously specific.
Yeah, it
Is
was.
that the one that you always said would never go off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only way I saw him living through that was dropping the whole bizarre field. There was no other
Yeah.
way I could think of him
I
living.
saw a chance. I'm like, there's no way I can stay on this helicopter for too long. But if I fall, this goes off.
So, yeah, let's continue the fight and let's end it here. Mercury. What's happening? You're in control of a car. Begolji's,
Yeah.
like, shocked. Got shocked by Mr. Electros and is starting to go unconscious.
Well, there's nothing stopping us now from enacting that plan of running off with boat cars.
Boat cars.
Nothing at all.
Back over here with me, this car is now affected too.
Every car is weightless. Where
There
are we
go.
going with the cars? You get to direct them this turn.
Where are we driving, boys?
This way.
This way, off of this side.
Sebastian can, like, wrap around this way.
Yeah, Sebastian, you can do that. And then I'm going to yell, Renegade! We're very in over our heads here. Just shoot yourself here.
You did the
Oh god,
thing!
wait. Did you just say what I think he said?
You did the thing!
What?
He said my
You did!
What?
Every day since day 6, Sebastian has begun to make hormone-charged talismans. If we are in dire situation and someone says we're in over our heads, Sebastian shall use all the talisman he's made up to this point to try to turn the table in any which way he can. This has been charging for 11 days, you told me.
So I'll allow you to shoot Haman-infused talismans at 11 vampires? Yes, we good with that?
Yeah, we could have done.
Okay, roll 5d6 plus brains. What the fuck?
I think we've broken tally.
I remember when I said I wasn't not at all.
I think that this is the
Exploding
thing.
dice!
I think 11 vampires are about to die horribly.
And more!
Oh no! Even
So-
the elite one's dead.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All of these are washed over with the Haman talismans that fly out of Sebastian's car and slam into them, clearing the way for Renegade to escape.
I think we're pretty good right now.
Talk about a sunlight yellow overdrive.
Sunlight yellow.
What was that,
overdrive.
Oh, hey, Edwin, if you're still listening, go fuck yourself.
There's no response from the radio. You can't tell if he doesn't want to respond or isn't listening anymore, but either way, you're satisfied.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Sebastian!
So, Tally, controlling Renegade, can I move her stand and have her parkour into it to get launched at one of the cars?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you've moved Jonah's stand before, so...
Yeah. So there's the 50.
You hear Grace over the phone. Seb, get Rhapsody to fuck off, please!
Oh, very good. Renegade says, fuck off to Westley.
Fuck off.
Rhapsody fucks off, and you gain control over Renegade?
Parkour into the slingshot to launch at the freaking car that's got Grace and Jonah, because that's the closest and best.
All of a sudden, a Renegade hits your windshield. This vampire watching is gonna try and shoot as you go over his head.
Could you fire Crocodile Rock at him?
I'm going to, yeah, my standard's going to fire at Crocodile Rock.
Yeah, I can totally make him like jerk, like throw off his aim.
Okay, roll power, Duncan. You shock the gun, shock his fingers, and in fact, he takes 2 instead. Jonah, you're in control of a car.
So, remember at the beginning of this session when I did with my arm?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember if that rose was filled of Sebastian blood or not?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Slow motion. As the car sails through the air, Jonah sticks his arm out the other window. Eat shit, die, and fires the rose dart right at the face of the vampire, injecting it with Sebastian's blood.
Haman infused Sebastian blood.
Precision Haman attack, please. His head melts as you pierce it and then course the Haman through his body. As all the cars ride out into the ocean around the skyscraper.
Ren, you okay?
You just see a thumbs up from, like, the top of Jonah's car.
I'd say get back here, but, don't risk it.
I'm fine!
That was... Oh, shit. All of that happened.
After a little bit of driving, you get back to the mainland.
Welcome to China, everybody.
Oh,
You
no.
think back to all the things you know. Mercedes and Speedwagon both believing they couldn't fight. We're not alone. They abandoned her. They tasked you all with getting the requiems. Why? Clearly, Neo Tokyo is a horrifying stand, but there's a weakness. You remember what Paul Mackenzie said. Get out of the city to a place without concrete or light posts. The ability to swap 2 parts of the city becomes almost clear as day.
No light sources and no concrete to swap.
And no wheels.
That's
I don't have any wheels.
I'm keeping Begolji's car up.
Yeah, you can, like, make it lighter. It works. But Goldie's
Yeah.
probably passed out in his car at this point.
Oh, that was hilarious.
What was?
The whole thing. The Day of Awakening. The vampires coming out of the buildings. He was so smug, and yet we somehow managed to defeat him.
Yeah.
Now we've got him for good. Begolji reaches into his heel and pulls out a piece of paper. We're going to Trash Island.
Oh god.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna perish.
Yeah. I'm just gonna open with this. I nominate Renegade for a bizarre point.
yeah.
A second
Yes.
that. More
Same.
bizarre points.
Yes.
More bizarre points. You know what? I'm gonna keep track of this in JoJo.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Ren. Seb,
Jeez, so much
Merc.
happened.
Beg,
That
John.
was a relatively short session, too.
It was!
Yeah.
So there's one for Renegade.
Bizarre point for Mackenzie.
Oh.
I can't resurrect him with just one bizarre point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Not any. And he also kind of crumpled to dust.
Yeah. Oh.
Can I get one for
miss
the
you,
rose at
Mackenzie.
Can I get one for the rose at Mercedes' feet?
Yes! My
Yes.
word!
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ, yes.
Fucking Begolji for the fucking brilliant play with his crocodile web.
Yeah!
Oh,
That was
That was
amazing.
so good.
Stopping the elevator, like, what, 3 times?
Mercury
Yeah.
turning the cars into boats.
Yeah.
Boat plan.
Oh,
Plain boat
God.
car.
Renegade for disabling helicopter with fucking watches.
Oh my god, yes.
That was amazing.
Can I get one to Renegade for killing the final boss and breaking his legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was great. Fucking.
Not
Probably
killing,
a few
but
cracked
you know.
ribs too from the car.
Probably.
Can I get one to Sebastian for just all of the talisman plays? Just all
Yeah, really, yeah.
being like the most useful thing ever.
Yeah, like I've been like trying to think, how can I help people with this? Wait a minute.
Jonah for his reaction upon finding out that Speedwagon was evil.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
There you
good.
go.
The smashing of the computer was
Good
good.
shit, yeah.
He destroyed that computer twice now.
Yeah, yes!
Oh my god.
Oh, Renegade for knocking on the computer monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
On
Knocking
top
on
of
the door,
that, you know, taking Sebastian's advice and just knocking on the door, even though it had a sensor in it.
Yep.
And Mercury
Yeah.
for playing along, just like.
Yeah, that was funny.
I want to give Grace one.
Yeah.
Car.
Yeah, Grace deserves one for also running over the
I
final
think
boss.
it's real funny because I think my subconscious came up with that plan. I did not plan that out. That just kind of happened.
Yeah.